and welcome back to the Dreamcasting Gaming Podcast. Back again today with myself, Carl, Sean, and it could be a full house because Terrence might be here, but we're not sure. So he may jump in, he may not. But yeah. And today I'm sounding a little funny, a little under the weather, but it shouldn't be too much. I should be able to get through the show fine. So, today we're going to cover a few topics today. Things that have basically grabbed our attention as of late, and the list will be as I present it to you. So there was some news not too long ago about Sony possibly acquiring the Kadawaka Corp, which is a company behind quite a lot of games that we're interested in. We'll also cover the upcoming Lord of the Rings film, Sony and Microsoft to make a new handheld, and Avowed, the game by how am I forgetting there? Sean, remind me the
Obsidian
Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Obsidian Entertainment are behind the Avowed game, which could actually end up being good. Blizzard Diablo director making some underhand comments about a very, very good looking action RPG sequel coming up called Path of Exile. And any shows we've seen and any randoms we may come across. But before we get down to that, let's get around the round table, see how everyone's been, what they've been doing, and what's new. So without further ado, Sean, how have you been? What's new? What's been going on?
I'm doing good. Obviously, I'm now just 24 hours before my most anticipated of the game of the year, being Path of Exile 2, is launching tomorrow. So, it's had 2 delays. It was originally supposed to come out in June. It was delayed to November or October. Then it was delayed again to December. So it's like, it's finally here right at the end of the year, but it was my most anticipated game for the year. If we go back to the our game of the year plus our most anticipated game of the year episode, I had named Path of Exile 2. So, very excited for that. I mean, in the meantime, I've just been, dipping in between a few games, World of Warcraft, Dragon Age, and then this new free-to-play shooter called Delta Force, which plays very much like Battlefield. So it's like it feels more like a Battlefield 3/4, with a few mixes of like technology that you'd see in 2042. But yeah, I mean, it's a completely free-to-play game, so for being free, it's actually really good. But yeah, I'm just dipping through a few of these games. Yeah, I'm having a good time, and obviously very excited for tomorrow because I think I'm just gonna sink so many hours into Path of Exile 2. But yeah, we will get into that. Yeah, but that's me.
Great. And Carl, how have you been? And what's new for yourself?
Been pretty busy, to be honest with you, in terms of shows and games. I went back to play Path of Exile 1 because, again, another game that I'm really, really looking forward to. Path of Exile 2, the sequel, is coming out, so I thought I'd dip into Path of Exile 1, created 2 characters, completed all the chapters, so I just wanted to get into the story, the lore, what's going on, just so I could prepare myself. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Stalker 2. As I said, I think I said that last time. I don't know. I've been playing Delta Force, like Sean just said, like a new game. It's come out very, very, very similar to Battlefield. I've been playing that today. And that was really released yesterday. So really refreshing game. Good, the gunplay is amazing.
Is it good?
Very good. Very, very
wow.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Very enjoyable. Like, just the feel of it. It's just so.
I might have to try that.
Yeah.
I might have to try it.
Definitely download that.
It look good,
and it's free. You don't have to spend any money. Do you know what I mean?
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that. What's the catch?
Yeah. Huh? What's the catch?
Yeah, what's the catch? How can it just be free and it's that good?
It's free, though. No catch for once.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what
I'm a bit
that's what
thrown
I'm
by
finding. I'm
that.
like,
For
yeah,
gamers is
it's not asking me for
crazy.
any money.
Not
Damn.
asking for any money at all.
Okay.
Download it and play it.
I will check that out.
Yeah. So I've been
I
playing
think
that.
it's from Chinese devs as well, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Because I played Once Human. Once Human was also like, super dope. And I'm just like, these Chinese devs are really coming hard. Black Myth
And the
Wukong,
thing, you know what it
they're
is, Sean?
delivering.
Thing is what it is, right? There's a streamer that streams Battlefield 2042, and he was saying he streamed the game since it came out. Played all the betas, never had one conversation with the devs, right? He played Delta Force. He tweeted something like, like in the beta, one of the betas, oh, good job on the guns. And then one of the devs replied to him saying, oh, yeah, enjoy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was so shocked, like, and he basically had an interview with one of the developers of the game. Like, all these things, like, they're trying to, like, be more, like, a community thing. You know what I'm saying? Listen to
This is community.
listen to the players. What do you want? Do you know what I mean? So it seems like it's gonna have a good future, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
because Power World did the same thing. Chinese devs again. These
Yeah,
guys are just like,
actually
they're
really
coming
good.
hard, man.
They are coming
Mm.
hard. Seriously. Yeah. Also been playing a game that Raf knows a lot about, Rogue Trader. Really good turn-based
Oh yes.
Warhammer game with a lot of lore. Really, really good game.
Yeah,
So
I've been seeing a
mm,
lot on it. Did they
yeah.
have a recent update or patch or expansion or something?
Yeah, there's a few expansions. There's
Yeah.
a few, so and it all ties in with the game. So it's like even if you start from the start, it will all tie in. Like it's a really good game. It was kind of overshadowed by a few releases at the time when it came out, but it's a good game, man. So I've been playing that. In terms of shows, Sean got me on a few animes. I was talking the other day. I've been watching an anime called Dan Da Dan. It's on Netflix at the moment. I was watching that. Really good, really, really crazy, really weird kind of anime.
Yeah, I only saw this first episode.
It's
And yeah,
really
it's really
weird,
crazy.
man. But the characters have all got like their own stories, and the stories are quite. They all like it's just crazy how it like comes about, like the stories. But it's a good little watch, and I've got on to started Hell's Paradise as well, which was
Yes. How many episodes you done of Hell's Paradise?
I think I'm on episode. I'm up to the bit where they've killed a big.
Don't say. Spoilers.
I'm quite far.
No, but are you liking it? Is the question.
Very good. Very like that's
Yeah.
another. It's like it's weird. It's like it's
Yeah.
weird, yeah, but it's like it makes sense at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But I love the way that it just like the character evolves as you're watching it. You know,
Yeah.
just stuff
And
getting
it's
mad.
savage. You just see how people just get savaged in that.
Yeah, just savage. Like you'll see brothers, you'll think, oh, that brother's powerful. He just gets done in the first, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see the brother, you see the brother with the eye patch.
It was maybe like Game of Thrones. That's what it was like. Just anyone can
Yeah,
go.
that's
Just
it.
anyone can go.
It's like an anime Game of Thrones, man. It's really good. Yes, that's another
Yeah.
one.
I told Raf to get onto Hell's Paradise. You're gonna
Oh
like that
yeah,
one.
Raf, you'd like that. You'd like it. Good. But yeah, that's been me, man.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that Hill's Paradise.
Yeah,
I'll have to
man.
check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay, so for myself, what I think, well, no, since the last time, have I watched anything? I've been rerunning some shows. So I was recently watching American Horror Story, although I may have said that last episode, because the last episode doesn't feel that long ago at the moment.
No, that's not
Nah, since then, to be honest, yeah, like yourself, I've jumped onto Rexall 1, playing through the acts, trying to familiarize myself with the lore and the world that they built there. Gaming wise, what else? Baldur's Gate 1, the original. I was playing that a bit as well. And I think that's kind of it, to be honest. Gaming wise, entertainment wise. not much else. So, I think without further ado, I guess we move on to the first topic of the day. And that is good old Sony taking it upon themselves to attempt to acquire the Kadawaka Corp. So, Sean,
And to
you
give
want
some
to...
context behind that,
Yeah, so do you want to give the context behind it, or...
yeah, I'll say real quick that, you know, Kadawa, or however they pronounce it, they own a whole line of like anime companies that are behind a lot of anime.
Mhm.
And on the gaming front, they also own From Software, who is behind the Soul series, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. So, you know, Sony owning, you know, potentially owning this company would mean, you know, they then get to control From Software, and, you know, and we'll obviously what could come out of that. That's all speculation and stuff that we'll dive into. But yeah, that, you know, so that Kadawa or Kadakawa, they're a big company that owns a lot of anime, so a lot of films and a lot of TV. They own a lot of like Japanese entertainment, and From
Mhm.
Software just happens to be a part of that as well. But yeah, they own. It's a massive sort of like corporation that they're looking to acquire.
Okay,
So yeah.
so for me, speaking on what I know, or the company out of there that I would say holds my interest would be From Software. And personally, I would like to see this opportunity for Miyazaki, and he's a guy who directs he's the lead designer, creator, and director of the Souls games. I'd like him to take the opportunity to go independent at this point. If Sony do buy them, and which looks very likely, get out of there. Get out of there. Take what you have and do your own
Do
thing.
you mean for him to leave From Software and start a new studio?
Yeah, absolutely. Leave, take your team with you, and get out of there. Absolutely get out of there. That's me. If this is what's going
But
on,
why
get out
would
of
you
there.
say that? What is your fears about what Sony would do?
It's not so much what Sony would do, it's what they wouldn't do. And what they wouldn't do is leave these guys to just do what they do. Sony's track record as of late, it's not the best. You know, we see what happens with a lot of our favorite franchises when acquired, or when there's a mega corp involved. It's just not. It doesn't. It never is there a happy ending at the end of it. There's no happy story at the end of it. So knowing how these guys are, knowing how they operate, the consistency with how they make their games and what they do, I don't think that is conducive to how Sony operates at this time. I can see Sony just doing what they do, rushing, trying to turn. I mean, you know, Elden Rings. What they're going to do? Turn around and say they want it to be live service or something like that. We're not trying to hear nothing like that. So I would say I would love for him to start his own gaming company from scratch and take their ideas that they have and go from there. And this seems like a
Do
prime opportunity to do that.
Do you think that Sony would make From Software games exclusive to PlayStation?
Not unless it's Bloodborne.
So
But
you
if it's
think if they
Bloodborne,
own them, they will continue to release them on Xbox?
what do you mean, Bloodborne?
No, like Elden Ring 2.
Yeah, Elden Ring would be multi-plat, no doubt about it. But Bloodborne would stay on the Sony only.
Yeah,
Why do you
I
say?
reckon it will also come to PC too.
Why do you
Well,
say
yeah,
particular?
that's standard now. Like we know that everything comes to PC now,
Why would you say particularly Bloodborne though?
because Bloodborne is owned by Sony, isn't it? The IP. Bloodborne was only ever on the PS4, nothing else.
Yeah, it's a Sony IP. But
It's a
then so
Sony
was
IP.
Spider-Man.
I'm
They came
saying
to PC, but not Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah, but
no, I didn't.
PC don't really come into it.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. I can see what you're saying.
It's the same with Demon Souls. The Demon
Yeah.
Souls It's a
Yeah,
Sony.
yeah,
It's a Sony
yeah. I
IP.
get you. I get you.
So that's what I mean by that. So yeah, for me, I see it as an opportunity for them guys to go independent, just like the guys at
It makes sense.
Rocksteady. Sorry, Rockstar. The top guys at Rockstar, the Hauser brothers and Laszlo. They all left and created their own gaming company. I didn't even know that till recently. Didn't even know that.
Yeah, Dan
They,
Houser and all them guys left.
yeah, I had heard that one of them left, but I didn't realize the whole top left and have actually started their own gaming company.
No, but a lot of them left before Red Dead 2 even came out. And
Well,
and
listen to this. Listen to this. A lot of them left, but not the main guys. The main guys left after writing GTA 6. So GTA 6 was written and they got out of it. And this was officially the very last ones that left were last year's summer.
I'm pretty sure only one of the Hauser brothers left, and the other one is there. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
one of them left.
one left ages ago, and the other one's left now, along with Laszlo.
Okay.
Yep. So they're all gone, and the last few that left only left last summer. And you're gonna start to hear a lot of stuff about GTA. I'm not gonna go into it now because it's only been like one source of information coming out with stuff, but yeah, it's looking how it's looking, and I was like, okay, this is making some sense here. So as we kind of know with modern gaming, things don't tend to look too good when that starts happening, and it's happened now. But before they left, they had definitely written GTA 6. So if anything changes after they're gone, so be it. But it definitely was written before they left. But everything else is up in the air.
Yeah, could be.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, imagine GTA 6 being a massive disappointment, and it could happen because I think expectations are
I
crazy high.
expect it. I expect GTA 6 to technically be good, like technically have hold up to what it does, break. You know what I mean? Like have the standard for where they are technically. But in terms of GTA as what it does,
But raising the bar.
yeah, I mean raising the bar technically that they will do that. I don't think that would be an issue. But I think the stuff that makes GTA, excuse me, so sorry,
Yeah, the
that
story.
makes
You reckon the story?
yeah, I reckon there's going to be things that would have been the satire and everything else is going to be kind of lukewarm.
Yeah, because the world has become satire. So
No, I mean, yeah,
even more
that's an
so than
excuse in itself,
before.
but
Yeah.
that wouldn't stop them from still doing that. The GTA, we know that they'd still do it. But I can see there being things they won't touch. I can see there being all kind of other things that's going to go on, and that's not strange anymore. That's just standard for now. That's what the biggest companies do. So I can see them, not doing so well in that area. But in terms of
Yeah,
from a
because
technical standpoint, they should be very strong.
I wonder, because it makes you think, how are they after removing like what they deemed and what was it, homophobic stuff from GTA 5? It does make me wonder how are they going to handle, how they're going to address LGBT issues or stuff like that within the game now, because it's going to be very interesting if they just obviously
It's
Well,
a
remember
different
Smart Thing will
that
kind.
probably
that
just
that
not
was all
touch it.
that was all patched
It,
out. So anything that would offend
Yeah, that's what I was wrong.
anybody that's a member of any of those communities, they patched it all out. So that in itself speaks, that speaks
yeah,
about where they're going
but
with that.
that's gonna
Yeah.
take away from the game, man. That's gonna take away from the game massively, man.
Of course,
Because when
because that's what that game that's what that
that's what
setting
I'm
was. I
saying, like
mean,
the experience of hearing things and you're thinking, what did that guy just say that?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
just
yeah.
by passing that
Yep,
NPC and you're hearing the
yep.
conversation, you're thinking,
You get
what
there
the
talking some
Um,
major grease, and you're
mhm.
thinking, man,
mad
who just
shit?
say that? Yep.
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I think it's
Mm.
gonna suffer in those ways.
It's gonna
It's
suffer,
gonna be
man.
so like toned down.
Bro, it's gonna be so it'll be so sad if this game just don't deliver, you know.
I don't know. I
But
mean, at this point, you know what it is? I've got
I
to the
think
point I
the
don't
only
even
thing you should,
expect it now.
yeah, I think the story's gonna be rubbish, and I think it's just going to be about the multiplayer. Like, I think the campaign is probably going to be crap
I can
No,
agree with
because I
that.
think it's going to be toned down.
that's just
Because you remember how savage GTA 5 is, even when you start, the
that's what I'm
way
saying.
Yeah,
Lamar
it's
and Thingy
no
are
joke.
talking to each other like nigga, like what you like the way
Bro,
Yeah.
they
come
were
on,
going.
man.
It goes, yeah, like your Annie got a fat booty. Like the way the way they were talking was just crazy. Like there was
Authentic.
no limit. Like there was nothing. And then Trevor, you saw how he would talk. He would
Yeah,
just say anything. He was a real redneck.
yeah.
And that
Yep.
we're not gonna get that from the Latina characters that they got. I don't think it's gonna be that way. It's gonna be it's gonna be so like timid and tame.
Yeah. I think you're right.
So yeah.
I
So
think
I,
you're
so
right.
I, so I think that's what like my prediction at the moment is that that's going to be the biggest complaint is that the campaign's not going to be as good. It's not going to be well received
Yeah, it's gonna be
by
sad,
the
bro.
gamers. It's going to be the media are going to love it, the critics are going to love it, but gamers
But
aren't
that
going to love
game's
it.
gonna be pumped. That game's gonna be pumped out. When that get just months before that game comes out, you're gonna see it everywhere, man. You're gonna see it everywhere.
No, yeah.
That's gonna be marketed to death.
You're going to see posters in the London Underground, all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, all that,
Yeah, standard.
all of that. Times Square, all that. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm,
Yeah, so I mean,
I'm all like, how did we even get onto GTA? I'm like, on Sony.
I'm not even sure. Something
Yeah, I
brought
don't
that
even
up.
know.
Who that Rockstar? You saying Rockstar left the?
Oh yeah, that's it. He was
Oh
saying
yeah,
that
them
people
guys.
have
Yeah.
Foxtel.
Okay, so that's my stance on that, Sean. How do you feel with that takeover? You think that's good?
No, I mean I don't think it's good when companies own like major corporations and take over and all of that. Generally it's only if they're like because From Software are doing brilliantly. Like all their games, they listen to their community, they are doing so well. So when a company takes over, it can only really I don't really see it going up, it can only really go down. Whereas,
Exactly.
for example, with Activision Blizzard, they were already just doing bad. So when like Microsoft was coming to take over, it was like, yeah, could it really get any worse? They were already bad. It
Yeah.
was just a bad time, and everything was bad. Nothing was going on. Everything was just so. That's why now it's like, okay, World of Warcraft's in a better place. Diablo isn't. Um, Overwatch isn't. And then Call of Duty's in a better place. Everyone's really happy with this new Call of Duty, apparently. So you've got your hits and misses here. But
Mm,
I don't think we've really seen Microsoft influence yet. Because yeah, not like those two franchises seem to just be the same. So I haven't really seen the influences seep in yet. So and the same issue that Diablo 4 was played with was the same issues Diablo 3 was played with. No end game, and then they had to bring out an expansion to add end game, and it's just the same. Blizzard just repeated their cycle, so I can't say it's Microsoft's influence at all. So yeah, at the moment it'll be interesting to see what obviously what's going to happen with Avowed because that's under Microsoft and that game was originally announced under Microsoft, so it's going to be interesting to see what that looks like. How different is Obsidian's new RPG compared to Outer Worlds, and their Pillars of Eternity? What does this new Obsidian look like? Is going to be very telling when Avowed arrives, because then we'll know how much Microsoft influence has actually seeped into that. And then obviously Indiana Jones, Machine Games, that's their game under Microsoft as well. And the Wolfenstein devs, their last Wolfenstein didn't do so well with the sisters. So it's like it's kind of hard to say if it's Microsoft influence or not. But yeah, we're going to see what happens with that as well, and that's out next week. So it'll be very interesting to see what gamers' feedback is when they start playing that. So yeah, I mean it's hard to say with the Microsoft acquisition as of yet, but yeah, I can't, especially when it can't like I wouldn't be happy if Microsoft or Sony bought Grinding Gear Games, the guys behind Path of Exile, because they're doing so well on their own. So From Software is doing so well. I wouldn't be happy with anyone to buy because they're doing fine as they are. Just like I wouldn't have been happy if anyone bought CD Projekt back when CD Projekt did Witcher 3. You know, like it's like these guys are already doing so well. Larian's doing so well with Baldur's Gate 3. We don't need a corporation to come and own them because if they do, then things are definitely not going to be the same anymore. So yeah, so I'm definitely against it. What about you, Carl? If
Galio, where you?
as someone who plays Souls games, maybe we've not got Carl just yet.
I don't know that we got called in there.
But yeah, I suppose
That
we move
moves
on.
us on to the new Lord of the Rings film, known as the War of Rohirrim, or Rohirrim, however it may be pronounced. It would seem it's caught a lot of people off guard. I mean, Sean, did you know about this film coming out?
No idea. I
Yeah,
mean,
a lot
it's
of
worth
people
saying it's
didn't
an
know.
animated film.
Yep.
For people like, what Lord of the Rings film? It's an animated
Mhm.
one. Yeah, no, because I know that Lord of the Rings is sort of trying to have a resurgence. There's an MMO in the works by Amazon, and then obviously there's a TV show, Rings of Power. So there's sort of like a resurgence happening with Lord of the Rings IP.
Yep.
What do you think about this? I mean, have you watched the trailer? What do you think about
I
it?
have. It does look fantastic. It really does look good.
And where is
Uh,
this story taking place? Where is this in the lore?
it's set almost 200 years before the first trilogy, and it's in
Okay.
yeah. So
What
you're
about
seeing
the Hobbit? Is this before or after the Hobbit?
uh this is before the Hobbit.
Okay. Okay.
That's before the Hobbit.
Hmm.
So it's the war. So the war of men. So men are actually fighting men here. So I don't think we see all the
Okay.
monsters and the other stuff and the trolls and orcs and all of that. This is before their time. So it's the king of
Hmm.
Rohan and his
So
people
even
make a.
before Sauron, because I know Sauron used to be a man at one point, right?
Yes, he did.
No, he takes the
But
form
this,
of
I think, I'm trying to think because there was Morgor and there was Sauron, but some people I think try to make out that they're the same person. I remember there was that book, The Children of Hurin, which I think I trying to remember when that was set, which is very very good. I mean, I don't know what's going on with these guys. I mean, that film, they were to make a film on the Children of Hurin, it would absolutely blow people away. But I can't remember when it was set. Really, really can't. But either way, this film here is set 187 years before the Lord of the Rings. And it looks good. I mean, I for one look forward to going and watching it. I think it's out next week, so it's out on next Friday. So I'll do my best to watch it as soon as possible.
Hmm.
And
What is
I
that? Is
mean,
that cinema or where's that coming out?
yeah, cinema. So
Okay.
behind the cinema. I believe Peter Jackson has involvement. I'm not sure in what capacity, but I know his name's attached to it. I'm just not sure of how. But either way, the animation looks great. And I mean, if it's successful, I believe we could see a hell of a lot more from Lord of the Rings. In that sense, have you seen the trailer for it? Either of you?
nope.
I haven't no. Mhm.
Okay.
First I'm hearing of it, bro. So,
Yeah, that's what I've realized.
mm.
So I mean, you've got this, and then I believe next year, or is it the year after, you've got the Gollum films. So there's these films on Gollum, and I
Gollum
believe,
films? What?
yeah,
Gollum.
Gollum.
Why are
Uh-huh.
they doing films about Gollum?
Couldn't tell you, but that's what's going on.
Gollum, Fucking hell, bro.
We
Yeah.
saw what happened to the Gollum game.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
failed
exactly.
massively. It's still such a weird thing. I don't get why they think people want that.
What they
I
don't
mean, I
think.
know he was a beloved character when the trilogy came, like as in people like felt sorry for him and stuff like that. There was that he's a victim of his own greed and so
Yeah,
on.
but he's not like doesn't do much, does he? Really? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I don't know why you would ever focus anything on him. It's like, oh, let's do a game about Jar Jar Binks. Like, who wants that? No, these characters are comic relief, really. So, yeah, I don't know why there's a focus on Gollum, but yeah, they seem to
Yeah,
want to try and push
weird.
him.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it is. So, yep, upcoming Lord of the Rings film. I'm hoping that it's as good as it looks, and I am hoping for more Lord of the Rings. But it looks as though there's going to be Gollum before anything like the Silmarillion or Children of Hurin. I mean, I don't know, but there we go.
Mm.
So that will take us to the Sony and Microsoft making new handhelds.
Yeah, I already know Raf doesn't like the idea of this, but yeah, I suppose it's to give more context is that there are leaks and rumors that both Microsoft and Sony are working on handheld versions of their console, which means you can play their full console games, what's on the Xbox Series X, what's on the PS5, on a handheld. Because obviously they're seeing a competing market with
Via
the Steam.
Wi-Fi. It's via Wi-Fi,
No.
isn't it?
No. Because that's that the PlayStation Port already does that. That's streaming. No, they're bringing out a handheld that can natively play these games on the handheld.
What sort of like power are we talking about?
We don't know yet. It's not because they're not announced. They're not revealed. But all these big companies, Bloomberg, everyone, they're all chiming in on it. That they're apparently this is in the works by Microsoft and Sony. They're both making handhelds that are going to play the games natively.
I don't know about all this.
So at the same time, they're going to be, they're going to compete with the Steam Deck and all the other, the Asus Rogue Ally. There's all these other handhelds that are doing really well.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man.
But that's
I think Sony needs to get themselves back in order.
I think what's happening here is that they're seeing the success in the PC market because PC guys are buying these Steam Decks and stuff, and they obviously want to make that hardware, but for the casual audience, the people who sit at home playing FIFA and Call of Duty, they want to sell handhelds to those guys who are not buying handhelds, who don't have the Steam Deck and that because they don't care about Steam. But I think that's who their market is. They want to go after those guys.
How would you sell a Sony handheld
that plays PS5?
A guy that plays FIFA
because they'll be selling because they'll be like, oh, I could be on the train to work playing my same Call of Duty FIFA. Yeah, I can see how that works. They'll get gassed by that. They'll be like, right, I can actually play. I don't need Wi-Fi to connect to because that's why the Portal doesn't do that. But a handheld that can natively play your PS5 games.
But didn't they do that with the VR? They did that with the VR.
No. The VR had separate handheld games. They weren't like, oh, you're gonna play all your PS4 games on this. It didn't work like that. This will play your PS5 games. Yeah, they're separate games. That's why those handhelds failed. Switch showed that people want to play their console games on handheld, not handheld games. They want they want to be able to play their actual
they want to sit back
games.
on the couch and play like Path of Exile 2 on their fucking like their Steam Deck or something. You know what I mean?
They want to be able to sit on a bus and play their Call of Duty either.
Call of
That's
Duty
not a handheld
FIFA
version.
Yeah.
So I can see how it would work marketing to those people because they're not interested in Steam Deck because they're not interested in Steam. They're not interested in the PC market. So that's why Sony and Microsoft are going after those people because that's obviously a bigger audience than the Steam audience, and they want to go after them and get them to buy their handhelds. So I get why they're doing it. It makes sense. But obviously, will it be successful? All depends on how good is the hardware, how good is the battery life, all of that sort of stuff. Because you're playing PS5 games, you better have some decent battery life or something. So it'd be very interesting to see what they can actually pull off. Because obviously people are still like waiting with bated breath what the Switch 2 is. What's the hardware of the Switch 2? So it'd be very interesting to see if Sony and Microsoft come with either the better hardware, same hardware, what's the price point, all of that sort of stuff. But we're ready to see what happens. But yeah, I get why they're doing it, because there is a massive casual audience that you can get with this if you do it right and if you
Mm.
price it right. Because the amount of people that bought that little bloody portal that doesn't even play your games natively, you have to stream it, is funny to me. So I think that was their testing ground for it. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, none of this is official yet, so it's still rumor and speculation. But it's the fact big, official media outlets are talking about it, so that's why there's a lot more credit to these rumors.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, we'll see what
Makes sense
happens.
indeed.
See
Okay.
what happens.
So, Avowed, the new Obsidian game, looking like it could actually be good now.
Yeah. Have you watched the previews? Have you watched anything?
I've only seen a bit, and I did like what I was seeing. The RPG elements look very good. I'm hoping that it does end up being good, and obviously recently learning that it takes place in the same world as Pillars of Eternity, which Pillars of Eternity I found was a great game, absolutely fantastic.
Sequel to number 2 as well, so not
Yeah, so
just
imagine I
takes
hadn't
place,
even
it's a
played. I
direct
haven't even
sequel.
played 2,
Yeah.
but it's very pleasing to hear that this is a sequel to 2. I mean, that's really good, really good, and I think it will only benefit them having done that. I like that a lot.
So what do you think? I mean, obviously, watching the game, are you like happy with the gameplay, the combat, all that stuff?
It looks good. It looks good. It does look good. Can't deny that at all.
Okay.
It's giving me Skyrim vibes, man. That's what it's giving me.
Yeah.
The combat looks like Skyrim to me.
Oblivion.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually more so Oblivion. I think Oblivion vibes. I think it's like that kind of. I don't know. It's got something that you. It's got that open world kind of. You go over. Like I don't know, man.
It's worth saying it's not an open world game, so it is
No,
open areas, but not open world.
area, yeah, but it's kind of like.
But Skyrim is actually open world, isn't it? So that's obviously one of the
But
first
Oblivion
big
is
open
open
worlds.
area, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's what the kind of vibe it gives me.
Yeah, but this one's like more like brighter colors, isn't it? Because I know
Yes,
Obsidian's quite dark, isn't it?
That's the thing that's the difference, is that Oblivion's more like dull colors, and this one is like very bright, very like
Like fantasy type thing. Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm very interested to see what happens. Obviously, there's been some controversy surrounding this whole thing with Avowed's art director. I think it's worth saying a white guy has been making tweets about how black artists should DM him, that they'll get priority for work because there's too many, and I'll quote what he said, not what I said, old white crusty dudes where he works are his words. And this is a white guy, the art director. I mean, you can look this up on the internet, Google search it. Matt Hansen is his name. He said that there's too many old white crusty dudes where he works. Not only does he says that he wants the black artist to one day replace him so that he can go back to living in the woods. These are his words. Now, obviously this is clearly words of an unhinged individual. For some reason, it's been like a week or two now, Obsidian hasn't fired this guy. And just today, I'm seeing that they're blocking and deleting anyone who mentions his name or asks about what's going on with this guy that is the art director for Avowed. They're blocking people on Twitter and so on, and deleting threads and not letting people talk about it anymore.
Wow, that's a bit major.
Yeah. So it's a very, and another thing he said, and I shouldn't have missed this part, but he was having a dispute with Elon Musk. He messaged directly a response to Elon Musk talking about woke games, and he goes, I just can't wait to make you mad with my game. And it's like an art
Yes.
director saying that about his game. It
Yeah,
just
it's a
it
bit
makes you worry about
bonkers.
what are you pushing in the game that you're trying to make him mad about. Like it's ridiculous. And obviously people have all seen screenshots where they see they, them on character selector, and they're seeing those pronouns, so they're already getting worried. So there's a big frenzy going on at the moment. People think about is going to be DI woke, like nonsense. And so far from the previews, it doesn't look like that. Like it looks like old, still good Obsidian that gives you like options. Because I've seen in the preview that you can be evil to your companions right out the gate. Like you don't even need to wait to go into the game. You can be evil right from the start and like do all sort of crazy things through the options, and that's very Obsidian.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's a way that they can go about this, is that they can make it woke and that, but they can make it like they can put it like make it tongue in cheek, like make it like a part of the actual, like make it humorous.
Yeah, I
So
mean that'd be a good way to handle it. I think
yeah,
that'd be a better way to handle it than try to force it down your throat
yeah,
and
like none of
have
this
characters make a
and
speech about how they're non-binary.
and fucking pushing themselves on you, bruv. All the male characters trying to
Mhm.
trying to
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Baldur's Gate is pretty heavy-handed with that one.
flipping hell, man. Every character.
So
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
so that's why I'm like,
Mm,
it'll be interesting to see how it does, because Baldur's Gate does push agenda on you, but it's still one of the best games that's come out in the last decade. So
mm,
it just depends on if it doesn't negatively impact the rest of the game,
mm,
because this art director's clearly lost his mind.
mm,
So it's from the previews, I can't see it's affected the game, but obviously we'll have to
mm,
play it and actually find out.
mm,
But I still have faith in Obsidian because they haven't let me down. And see that they went from Outer Worlds to doing Pillars of Eternity, and they've just been consistently delivering since Fallout New Vegas, and people love
mm.
Fallout New Vegas. So these
Yeah, that's one
guys
of the
have
best
been
Fallout.
consistent. Yeah, so they've been so consistent. I can't like just write them off until I actually see a bad game from them, because they haven't done a bad game.
But Fallout 76 is doing well.
No, that wasn't Obsidian. No,
Oh
that's
shit, that
Bethesda.
wasn't
Yeah,
Obsidian, was it?
that's not Obsidian. No, they were
Yeah.
doing Outer Worlds and doing Pillars of Eternity.
Oh, you know what? I got that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's Bethesda. Bethesda did Fallout
Bethesda.
76.
Yeah, Bethesda. Got them mixed up.
Yeah, yeah, and obviously they went on to do Starfield, so that continues to show you what Bethesda are about.
Flip that
So
game.
that's what you can get from them.
There's some games
So
that are
yeah.
just best to be forgotten, man. Seriously. You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, so this is
DLC.
what I'm saying. I don't
You
have a
give me a
reason to
DLC.
not trust
You
them.
give me a DLC for a game that you're supposed to explore planets, and you're on the same planet the whole game. I'm out, man. I'm out.
Well, that is the most craziest thing.
Oh,
And what did
stupid.
they call the DLC? What did they call it?
I can't even remember, bro. Like,
I can't
it's
remember
just
the
like,
name of the DLC, and I was like, hold on, you're calling it this, but you're still just stuck on one planet.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I don't know why I forgot the bloody name of that DLC. Wait, Starfield. What was it called? Shattered Space. They called it Shattered Space, and you're not even. It has nothing to do with being out in space. You're on
Nope.
one planet.
Yep.
Jeez.
The irony, like these guys, man,
And it's not
hilarious.
free, bro. It should be free. You understand? It should be free.
Yeah, no,
Nah.
I'm glad I didn't spend a penny on that bloody thing. I saw the writing on the wall. I was like, nah, I don't trust them. And
Yeah,
I was
it
bloody
duped
right
me,
not to.
bruv. They duped me, man. Yeah,
Yeah, I
duped
know
me.
you was really excited for it as well.
100%. I thought
Did you play No Man's Sky?
yeah, of course I did.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I played that on Xbox, man. That game really turned it around still.
yeah, they turned it around. People love
It
it now.
really
People
turned it
absolutely love it.
around. Like that's a real exploration game.
Yeah, so that's why Starfield must have been a big joke to you coming from that.
Yeah, because it was just like the multiplayer in it, like in No Man's Sky, like you got like you go to this place and it just turns into a multiplayer game. Like it's just crazy,
Mm,
bro. It's just like you're playing
yeah.
single player for so long and then you just see loads of people and it just opens up. The game has got so much like depth to it, you
Mm.
know? It feels like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
actually go to this place, or you're. I just, yeah, they really
Um,
smacked it with that one. It's just that.
and you've
Mm, go
yeah,
on.
and you played Star Citizen, right?
Yeah, played all. I love those. I love those. I just want a good
Hmm.
game, like a good space game, man. I love space.
Yeah,
I love that concept of
yeah.
like spaceships and like exploration, and like and none of
So
these
you
games.
excited for the next Mass Effect?
Oh, bro, Mass Effect's my game, bro. You know, man, Mass Effect is like Andromeda just fuck. That's
But do
messed
you
me up.
trust BioWare to deliver a good Mass Effect?
Yeah, I do this time. I do this time. I do. Like I think Andromeda would like all that them games. You just gotta just forget about that, man. I think they're gonna
No, I
forget.
said it to Raf. I did say after playing Dragon Age, and it felt very much like Mass Effect.
Mm,
I think if they just stop being big pussies with their dialogue, I think the next Mass Effect could be great. If they just get back to doing some real dialogue with depth to it, and like depth to your responses. If they get back to that, then yeah, because the gameplay is solid. So I was like, if this was Mass Effect, this gameplay would be way better, even way better, because it's shooting and guns, and it makes more sense the way it is because it's more arcadey action. So it's like that fits Mass Effect perfectly.
yeah,
So yeah, so I just think if the next Mass Effect they could nail it if they take time to not be all so fruity with the dialogue and like limit you to not being able to be evil and stuff
because
like that.
okay, like the thing with okay, the main thing with me is exploration in terms of them sort of games. Also, when you meet people, like you say, the dialogues, what you can actually do. So
Yeah,
where you've got like different planets, it's just the way they approach the planet's exploration, or is it just because it's not like Mass Effect is like it is a story, but it's a story that you can
yeah,
kind of like create yourself. You know what I mean? So in terms of
yeah,
companions and stuff, like sometimes you have to choose between a companion and not having a companion, and like that can change your whole ending of the story. It's just like I just want them to do it properly, man. That's all I want, man. Because Andromeda,
yeah.
that was just like such a
Yeah,
yeah.
no, and Andromeda was I couldn't stomach it. I played
Mm,
and I just couldn't get any further. I just had to leave the game. I ended it. I was like, no,
mm,
I can't. So I couldn't get
mm,
through Andromeda. Like the dialogue was really horrendous. The
mm.
gameplay was good, like the shooting and all that. The gameplay was good.
Yeah,
But the dialogue was just horrendous. I couldn't do it. Like
yeah,
the companions were making me mad. Like
mm,
they'd be speaking to you and I'm just getting mad. I was like, the
yeah.
way the main character, like I'm playing this guy called Ryder, and he's like he was such a beta male compared to Shepard. It was just so bad playing this
Mm,
guy. I was like, nah, I don't like it. I couldn't
mm,
stomach him talking neither. So yeah, I couldn't do it.
mm.
Um, so yeah, so obviously we'll see what they do because obviously with the backlash they've got from Dragon Age, I think that would help them reflect on being deeper and the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 has already set such a high bar.
Yeah,
I think them going into development of Mass Effect, they're probably going to look at that and be like, look, we have to come as good as Baldur's Gate did, or else there's no point. So I think that's going to be something they'll have to reflect on.
yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Um, yeah, I mean. I can't even remember what the original topic was, Raf. Where were we?
Avowed, isn't it? About Avowed. Avowed.
Ah, Vowed, yes, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it was about. Well, yeah. So like
It's
I'm
just
saying, I
about.
think about it looks good. I'm
Mm.
hoping that it's good.
The good
And
thing is that we've got the £1 Game Pass stuff back. So that's going to be a way you can play it without investing too much into it. You
Yeah,
can get £1
true,
a
that is a point.
month for Game Pass and play it that way.
true.
That is a
I
point.
mean, I don't think anyone's going to be kicking rocks for losing a pound,
Mm,
like so.
Definitely not.
I'm like, that's cool. So
mm,
that's why I'm like, I'm okay to be able to bet because it's going to be on Game Pass.
mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So remember that.
well, that's cool. All right, so that moves us on to an old funny one here, and that would be Blizzard Diablo director.
Yeah.
making some choice words.
Rod Ferguson is his name.
There
Rod
we go.
Ferguson.
Sean got the name Rob
So,
Ferguson. What a
so
name,
to give
Rob
the people more
Ferguson.
context, so just to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah. Let's
context,
hear it.
Path of Exile 2 had a live stream on the same day as a Diablo live stream.
Right.
And Path of Exile sort of laid out everything that was going to be in their early access, which is kicking off tomorrow. And it was about an hour long. They had a cinematic at the beginning, and then they walk you through the game, classes, ascendancies, end game, like their decisions into what they focused on, why they decided to, cut the full campaign into half, because there's meant to be 6 chapters, but you're only going to get 3 chapters. And they decided halfway through to be like, no, we've got to focus on endgame because of a launch of a big game that was met with massive backlash because they didn't have endgame. So they decided to focus on endgame and make sure this early access is going to have a whole lot of endgame so that you feel that you're playing a full released game. And obviously they've done this. Everyone's loved it. Praise from all angles. Even Diablo 4 players and streamers were all praising Path of Exile 2. And then Blizzard obviously decides to do a tweet. Rod Ferguson decides to tweet and say, hey, since everyone's calling games Souls-like or Rogue-like, why don't we call games that these type of ARPGs, why don't we call them Diablo-like? And of course, everyone just started ripping into the guy because obviously it's like Diablo's not in a good place. People are not happy with Diablo. And you want people to call Path of Exile 2 Diablo-like. Like it's such a underhanded comment where it's like you can't even just give praise to your competitor that what they did, what they showed looks really good. They obviously got in their feelings, and he decided to tweet this to say, we should call it Diablo like, because they can't deal with the fact that this game is not only going to be free, it looks vastly superior to their game, vastly superior.
And the thing is as well, like the main thing is that Path of Exile 1 was actually a sequel to Diablo 2. So they actually are Diablo-like. It is a Diablo-like game.
Yeah.
It's been based on
and the devs say it. They're like,
they
we
admit
wanted
it.
to make a
They
sequel
don't
to
say that,
Diablo 2.
we made, they say, yes, we did make a sequel to Diablo 2 because it's such a classic game, such a good game.
Yeah. And that's why I respect them. They just own it. They don't pretend to.
No.
Good. They're just like, they love Diablo 2, and that's why they made a game, the sequel to that.
I think what broke the internet as well is that Elon Musk said that he's gonna no life the game. Elon Musk said he's gonna play Path of Exile 2 and say if a billionaire with like flipping, you know what I mean, a billionaire could get the attention of a billionaire, then they know that they've got a good thing,
Yeah. So Path of Exile is looking to set a new bar for
I noticed
ARPGs
that
for what they showed.
Elon Musk seems to be really involved in playing a lot of games. I noticed.
Yeah, man.
I noticed that a lot.
He's playing.
He's getting involved, man.
The gamer is crazy.
But he's been playing Diablo 4, and that's the joke of it. He's been playing Diablo 4, and people are now he's seeing, because everyone's talking about Path of Exile 2. He's like, what, this game? He's like, he's seeing that there's an ARPG that's really coming to really set levels. And this is looking like it's going to be quite a monumental move in the genre. And like seeing the interview today with Jonathan Rogers, the game director for Path of Exile 2, and he's talking about Last Epoch and how Last Epoch came out and was doing some things better than Path of Exile, with their end game and their crafting system. And then they looked at that and it's like, you know what, we need to make these changes into our game. We need to bring this into our game. And like he was saying this candidly, like he was talking about Last Epoch actually coming out and doing things better than Path of Exile, and that's why they took those things and put it in their game. And Path of Exile 2, when you look at that Atlas map where you're going through the map, that was literally monoliths in Last Epoch, and that's what I enjoyed about Last Epoch. So they took that, and I'm just like, it's so good they did, because I'm like, that is such a good way of handling endgame and like feeling like you're exploring the world whilst choosing what the content you want to do. It's like you're in complete control of it, and it's so well done. And I'm just like I can't believe they managed to just pull that off. So it's just like I'm just very excited because these guys, they get it, and they're actually looking at the competition and recognizing where they go right and where they go wrong. So it's just, yeah, man, it's a good play. It's a good time to be a gamer. I'll tell you this. It is definitely a good time. Not if you're a AAA only gamer, but if you're someone who looks at the double
I
A's, the indie games, and yeah,
agree
you're
with
gonna be
that.
having a good time.
I agree with that for sure.
Mm. But we'll have a discussion about AAA and obviously our Game of the Year discussion. I think the next episode should be our Game of the Year talk.
Yeah, definitely. Because we had the game of the year coming up. Oh, Sean, that's what it was.
What was
And I
it?
don't know if we'll do it in this episode, but it was about whether
Oh
DLC
yes,
should qualify for
yes. You see, I
game of the
told you it was
year.
something. I did say it was something. I
Yeah,
just couldn't remember.
yeah, it was that, wasn't it?
There it is. That was it. About
Should we
Shadow of the
cover that
Erd
now?
Tree.
Should we cover that now or not?
Yeah, we might as well. I suppose we're
Fair
on
enough.
it. So, do you want to give the context to this one?
Yeah, so basically we have the Game of the Year awards coming up, hosted by Jeff Keighley, and there is going to be overall nomination for a game for Game of the Year. We'll have the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, which requires an old game to be able to be played, meaning that it is a downloadable content. Now, the problem here is it's not a game. It's a downloadable content for a game. However, they nominated it for Game of the Year. I have my feeling behind that because I feel to myself that there's going to be a big announcement from Software at this event.
Mm,
And it could be a sequel to Sekiro, or something else.
mm.
But I have a feeling it's a sequel to Sekiro because it just makes no sense in doing that. I'm like,
Oh.
what are you doing? You
Yeah, I
could have
mean, I
had
think,
DLC of the year, but you're making it Game
yeah,
of the Year nomination. And I
yeah,
have a feeling it's nominated because it's going to win.
I think they nominated it because they don't want, like, a lot of the gamers want Black Myth Wukong to win Game of the Year,
But it's not
and
even nominated,
because
is it? Is it
it
nominated?
is, yeah,
Oh, it
it's
is
one of
now.
the
Okay.
nominees. But it was brought in last minute because of backlash.
Yeah, because I don't
They
think it
don't
was
want to
there
nominate it.
originally. It
No,
wasn't
yeah,
there
they don't
originally.
want to.
That's right.
They don't want to nominate it because of
Right.
they bring up the gaming media has made up their own thing about, oh, the developers are misogynists and all this, when
Right.
none of this has been proven to be true. But they've made up their own narrative about the developers, and because the developers have never given into their nonsense,
Yeah.
they want to snub it. And I think the reason they put the Shadow of the Erd Tree there is because they know there is no other game that they can actually claim is Game of the Year over Black Myth Wukong, which sold 20
There
million
isn't.
units, and like it's just a massive success. They put that there because they know that if they give it to Shadow of the Erd Tree, no one's going to complain because it's Elden Ring. It's Elden Ring DLC. So, and everyone loves Elden Ring and Elden Ring DLC. So I think they've done that to try and cover their backs.
Yeah.
Um, that's because it just doesn't make sense. This year of all years, suddenly DLCs now can be nominated for Game of the Year. Whilst they already have a category called Best Ongoing Game. And Diablo Vessel of Hatred, which is a DLC to Diablo 4, is nominated in that category. So it's like, if DLC is nominated in your Best Ongoing Game award, why isn't Shadow of the Erd Tree there? That's
Yep.
where that should be. But so it's just really strange that they're putting it there for Game of the Year. And it's just, I've just lost all respect for the Game Awards, and I just think, yeah, these guys, like, and the fact that they didn't even nominate Hogwarts Legacy last year,
Yep.
it wasn't really there for anything. I just think, yeah, no, I don't. I think these guys are really on something else, and I just, yeah, I just have no interest in their Game Awards. I can't take them seriously. Because especially putting DLC there when you can't play that game on its own, it's not a standalone DLC. And in fact, you can't even access that DLC until you get to a certain point in the game. Am I right, Raf?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous that that's even there as Game of the Year. For a game that came out, what was it? Was it last year or the year before? It was the year before, right?
What,
Yeah, I think Elden Ring, yeah, it was the year before.
2022.
Yeah. I'm like, Elden Ring's already had its years, it's already had its accolades.
Exactly.
Like games that come out this year should be getting their accolades and not games that already came out 2 years ago. Like it's so silly. Like I just think it's so silly to do that. And then obviously another one of their nominees is Final Fantasy Rebirth, which is a remake of obviously a great game that's already had its praises. And that's nominated as well. They're just like, I mean, I know people liked it, but again, I just think remakes, remasters, I just don't think they should be nominated for Game of the Year because it's just like they came out in a very different year, and it's just not a new game. You're repolishing a game that was already successful. So I don't think there's any hard work that's gone into that compared to a brand new game that's making its first appearance this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was, I mean, Carl, have you got any thoughts on all of this?
The Game of the Year stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't really think people care about that anymore, man. It's just one of those. It doesn't really interest me about Game of the Year. I know what, because the thing is, even with Path Exile 2, that's just missed Game of the Year for this year. You can't. It doesn't qualify for Game of the Year. And I reckon.
And to be fair, it's not out until next year. So
yeah,
if we think about Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3 didn't. It came out in early access years before its release, and then obviously it won Game of the Year when it released.
It wasn't playable to the extent that Path Exile 2 is going to be playable to, because when Baldur's Gate came out, I got that early access. It had the first chapter. You know what I'm saying? Only when it released all the chapters. It released so you couldn't really play it. You couldn't really review it. So that's what No,
but I think it is better that it gets recognized next year when it does come out fully. I think next year it should be recognized for Game of the Year because that's when it launches next year. So I think next year is the time for it.
Why, but I just I get why. Yeah.
Because it's like obviously the competition, obviously the big game that we think may be competition for Path of Exile 2 next year is GTA 6. I can't see anything else next year.
I don't think GTA 6 is coming out next year.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't think it is. But that's when Rockstar said it's coming out. So it's like until we know otherwise,
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll have to see next year what happens. But I just think it's going to be Path of Exile 2. That's going to be Game of the Year next year anyway.
I mean, we have to see because Monster Hunter Wilds is looking really good, so that's going to be
that's another one, and that had me.
I think that's definitely going to be a Game of the Year nominee. I can really see that because it does look really good. So I'm like, I think that's going to be one of them. So other than that, I'm not sure what else is coming out next year. I don't think Assassin's Creed will be one. I don't think Avowed is going to be one of them, but who knows? They might really hit out the park. Obviously Avowed is in question right now. We don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens next year and whatever surprise hits. Raf is right. There's always some surprise hits that just come out of nowhere, like Power World this year, Helldivers 2 this year. There were Space Marine 2. There's a lot of surprise hits that you just don't think is gonna come along and just like shake things up. So you just never know what else is gonna come out next year. Yeah, so we'll see. It'll be very interesting. But obviously, if GTA 6 does come out next year, then we already know it's probably going to win all the accolades.
Oh, it will do.
If it does, we already know it's just going to be shut down shop.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to break the internet. It's going to go crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Was there something else, Raf? What was the other? Let's see.
No, I believe that gets us all through the main topics. To be honest, looking at it, I think it takes us to randoms now. Yeah, recently seen film shows and random at the end. So yeah, we got through those quite smoothly. The random literally was this situation with the Gaming Awards, because we're right at the end of the year now.
So you think, for surprises, you think there will be a From Software game?
I do
Announced?
feel there will be. I feel that's what this is. I'm feeling it's Sekiro too.
Do you think another GTA trailer comes?
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thinking going on, but I don't think so. I think it'll be next year. I don't think there'll be another trailer.
Yeah. I mean, there's been rumors of Sekiro 2, right?
I haven't seen any.
I've seen some rumors. Yeah, I have. I've seen some rumors, but nothing solid yet. But apparently, there's a Sekiro sequel in the works.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Which makes sense. It'd be like, it'd be the right game for them to go on to next, isn't it? Because Miyazaki did come out recently and said, they're not working on Elden Ring 2.
Nah, not
so.
I
It makes sense to take a break from it. Yeah, let them do other things. So obviously, I think they've got the Dark Souls, they've got Sekiro, they've got Armored Core.
Yep, which they just did. Armored Core was last year.
So it's like, I'm sure they're just gonna work on some other IPs. So it'll really be Sekiro. Do you think you see another Dark Souls?
You know what?
That's what I wonder. Because of Elden Ring, I'm like, would they?
I have a feeling that they could do a Dark Souls 4, you know. They could.
And do you think it's the same, or open world like Elden Ring?
Nah, it wouldn't be open world. Dark Souls is so contained in a way that a lot of people who enjoyed Elden Ring, they miss certain things about Dark Souls, in that your path was, even though it was multi-pathed, it was still quite tight knit. You still had to go one way or the other.
Whereas do you think it offering something different enough to Elden Ring to warrant it being a separate game? Do you? Because obviously Elden Ring seems to be the most loved version of Souls now.
This is how I make it sense to you. So let's take Ocarina of Time, the Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, all those Zelda games, and then you get Breath of the Wild, and that's what you have when it comes to that's as close as an example I can use when it comes to what Elden Ring did.
And that's a good example. And I think Breath of the Wild is the way. Yeah, I think there's no need to go back.
Listen to this. Okay, so you look at it as going back. I don't look at it like that. And quite a few people don't look at it like that. They look at it as like it's two things in the same world. So you can have your open world version. You can. And then you can have your more tight-knit Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, the Skyward Sword. Those sorts of Zelda games still work and still have massive fans for those. Some people are intimidated by open world, believe it or not. A lot of people, jumped onto Elden Ring. I think Terrence was one of them. You don't hear nothing from them. They didn't play it. They bought it, didn't really jump in and do anything because they were somewhat intimidated by, oh my God, it's just too much. And that's for a lot of people.
No, it's not. People just didn't have time to play it.
There he is. I wonder,
I can say intimidated by Elden Ring.
Well, what I could say to trigger this guy in, and look at it. That's what it took. Slow me down.
It won't cut the giant.
There he goes. I had a feeling. I said, how am I gonna get this guy in there? And there we go. So So anyway, as I was saying, I feel that the open world space, particularly when it's intimidating like that, it's not for everybody. Some people like their tight knit, go here, go there, have a boss, move on to the next place. A lot more of a cinematic story to take place in as well. So I think it could still do both. Remember, Elden Ring is a different. Also, there's story there. So Dark Souls story There and again,
I
Dark
say it's
Souls
not
story
finished.
is finished. Yeah, the Dark Souls story is kind
Oh,
of
it is
finished.
finished.
Yeah, because Dark Souls
Yeah.
3, the Lord of Cinder, I mean, it does come to a head. So I don't know story wise how it would work.
I think they've just moved on from it now, man. I think it's just
I,
going to.
I think so. I do think so, but at the same time, it wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, they can't do it. They could, but I will still stand on a Sekiro reveal. I still think From Software is gonna reveal something in that area.
Nah, I doubt it, man. Sekiro's with Activision, which is Microsoft.
Oh damn! I forgot
Sekiro
that
don't
was.
own.
But do they
Activision
own
don't
it or
own
they just
Sekiro. They
publish
publish
it?
it, but they don't own it.
Activision own it, man.
No, they don't.
They do. Check.
Let me check
Oh
that.
damn! That's
Because it
deep.
came out. It came out that
It was published by Activision. I remember that.
it came out what From Software own, isn't it? Because Sony helped them buy the Elden Ring name from Bandai. They don't even own Dark Souls. Bandai own Dark Souls.
Oh,
What
damn.
kind of what was From
From
Software?
Software,
If that is
it's
true, if
probably
what you're
part of the
saying is
deal,
true,
innit? Getting the funding. Because remember,
what
you
kind
got
of silly
the
deal
sacrifices
did
for
these guys
funding,
do?
innit? It's all about funding, man. This is the thing. This is what happens when devs are trying to get funding. They have to publishers don't want to give you money unless they're getting something out of it, and
No,
they will own the IP.
Activision was just publishing it worldwide. It's From Software.
Yeah.
The IP owner of Sekiro is From Software.
Okay,
Activision
that's
published
good.
the game internationally for better marketing, distribution, etc., but do not own the IP. Now, I was
That's
thinking
good.
that'd be bonkers.
Because
Oh,
That was
okay. Is
like,
that what it says?
don't you remember when Witcher was Witcher had a deal
yeah,
with
because they use different publishers. Yeah, they use Bandai,
Witcher
they use
had
someone else. Yeah,
Witcher had
they had
Namco.
two different ones.
Yeah,
Two
Yeah,
different
Namco and
ones.
Warner.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So no, no way. I was gonna say that would just be one of the most insane moves.
Okay, so it's Dark Souls they don't own.
Demon Souls they don't own. Dark Souls they do.
No, they don't. Dark Souls is Bandai. I'm looking at it now.
Oh
Trust me, they
my,
don't. I know Dark Souls they don't own.
really?
That's Namco, and they bought Elden Ring
So
from.
check this. So listen to this. So they don't own Demon Souls.
Mm.
That's Sony's, and they don't own Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Jeez,
Well,
man.
they own Elden Ring, right?
I've got to really confirm this. I'm sorry, Tez. I'm not doubting you, but
Yeah.
this is just
But
silly to me. If they don't
Sony,
even own that, that's silly.
Sony helped them buy the
Wait, right? Hold on. Elden Ring and Dark Souls Studio is owned by Japanese Kong. Hold on.
So Sony helped them
Kado Kawaka.
get Elden Ring from Bandai, so they own. That's why he was in an interview the other day saying that they're not doing Elden Ring 2, but they're not gonna retire the IP.
You're right. You're right.
And that's why they said they're done with Dark Souls. So people was like saying, "Oh, why are they done with Dark Souls? Because they don't own it."
Wow. That's really. Don't know, man. That's a mess, though. Yeah, the Dark Souls series, Bandai Namco owns it.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had the rights for Sekiro. That makes sense. So you're right, they might do a Sekiro too.
Yeah, I believe there'll be a Sekiro.
Yeah, because the rumors are saying Sekiro, so I'm like, okay, so that makes sense because they own it.
Because they own Armored
Yeah, it looks
Core,
like Dark Souls
and
is done then.
they own they own Sekiro.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
that makes sense. The Elden Ring is going to be their Souls game going forward. And it makes sense. Elden Ring is a massive seller, so it's like, yeah,
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring
It
2
makes
is going to do
sense.
massive numbers.
Now it makes sense. Elden Ring, obviously. So wait, who owns Elden Ring?
Should be them, right?
From Software.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
Sony, right? That's right.
Sony helped them buy the IP back.
Okay,
Sony and
but wait.
Sony,
So before that, the IP belonged to who?
Bandai Namco. Bandai
And Bandai
Namco was
sold
the
it.
ones that
Okay.
released Elden Ring.
Well, they must have got a pretty penny for that.
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
man.
that's really
Of
crazy though.
course.
Keep creating these things and someone else owns it is annoying.
I mean, it's the cost of God. You know what
Bloodborne
they
is
say?
Sony.
Signing a contract with the devil. That's how it works. If you want that
Yeah.
money, you've got to sign that contract. You want the money to fund your
Jeez.
studio and fund your game, you have to sign a contract, innit? So that's what it is.
That's
It's who
bonkers.
you get into bed with. Because remember, like people were shocked when From Software went into bed with Activision just to publish Sekiro. That caught
Mm,
people by surprise because obviously they'd been using Bandai Namco prior to that.
Now you
yep.
understand why, because Bandai Namco was like, if we do Shakira, we own that.
Mm,
That's messed up.
yep.
That's messed up, man. The cost of business. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because if you think about it, like you saw when like the Turtles, the guys who did Left 4 Dead, they sold the IP got owned by Valve, and then obviously they try to come back. They had to do Back for Blood. They couldn't use the Left 4 Dead IP, and it's just like
Mm,
it's messed up how these publishers just take people's IP. Like, yeah, we own it. We'll fund this, but we're gonna own the IP. And then developers have to go and do something else. It's just messed up
yeah,
business, man.
that's wild, man. That is
Yeah,
wild.
we'll see what I mean. So Terence, since you're here, obviously you can give us an update what you've been up to. But what do you think of Sony taking over and possibly owning From Software?
I think
Mm,
everything's. I think what's it consolation? I think it's bad, man.
Mm.
wow. He's in agreement with us. You think it's bad? You think it's bad, Terence?
Yeah, I don't think it. Like, I get it. Like, but what does that come with? Does it come with like, oh, Elden Ring
Yeah,
2?
exclusivity. That's what that is.
Yeah, is it
I'm like, does
like
that mean exclusive?
PlayStation first and then PC later
Yeah,
and then X? Like, to be honest, I
yeah,
don't think they would do that though, because I think they're not silly. Like, Elden Ring sold like what 20 million copies or something.
yeah. It's a
That's because
big
it was.
seller.
That's because it was on
Massive
everything.
seller.
They're not gonna like half it.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford to do that neither
And also,
at
I
this
was
point.
reading that it's not just From Software, right? They own like anime
Anime and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
and Sony
A lot of
doesn't
things.
isn't Sony slowly getting a monopoly in that area
Yeah,
with
that's what the concerns are, that they're gonna own so much entertainment business in Japan.
yeah.
And it's like it's a mega corporation that owns so many anime, movies, TV shows. But it's because Sony's, like the PlayStation's the only part of Sony that's delivering. Sony's other areas aren't doing well, and that's probably why they're making this move to grab that corporation. Because
Makes sense.
Sony probably has dropped the ball in all these areas. Remember, they used to be one of the biggest laptop sellers with the Sony Vaio. Like Sony TVs, all these things were huge. Sony stereos, like they're just not as big as they used to be. Like they're not as yeah, it's just the PlayStation brand that's doing really well for
Yeah, but
Sony.
do you know why though? Because that's because like the consumer products that they did, nobody messes with them no more. Like that
Yeah,
era is
I
gone.
mean,
Who buys a
it's gone,
stereo?
man.
Like
Yeah. And
even
the
a lap
Sony Vios, remember their
yeah,
laptops
but
used to
even
be big
laptops, I feel
before the
like
MacBooks took over.
yeah, people
Apple
buy
just
MacBooks.
took it, yeah. Apple
Yeah,
just
because
took
Vaio
over.
wasn't Vaio really expensive back in the day. They were like double the
Yeah, the
price of
Sony
like
Vios, yeah.
yeah. Whereas now people will just buy a Microsoft Surface or a nice HP. So like the
Yeah.
areas where they used to like dominate or were popular in, like who buys a like Sony Blu-ray? Like no one don't buy Blu-ray
Yeah,
because
yeah,
there's
no one cares about Blu-rays. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've
yeah,
invested in so many things people have just moved away from.
exactly. That no one cares about Discman or Walkman or MP3 players or all the places that they had solid ground. Because what are they now? I'll say they're what TV, cameras, headphones, right? And
Yeah,
sound
I mean, but
systems.
they're not leading in any of them. In none of
No,
those, all those areas you've mentioned, they're not leading in any of them. So
no.
unfortunately for them, they're leading in the console market. So that's where their strength is at the moment.
But also, even though they're not leading, it's about money,
Because
right?
what
I
about
wonder if they're
movies,
making
actually?
money.
Sony Pictures. How are they
Only
even movies? Because remember, they do
Yeah,
that
they are
too.
good.
Yeah, Sony
They're
Pictures.
pretty good.
I think they're
What's
doing
been
pretty
some of their
well
hit
though.
movies, though? What's
Because the boys are Sony.
Is it?
The Boys?
Yeah,
Sony?
Didn't know
I've
that.
never seen the Sony logo come up.
Me
yeah.
neither.
The boys are
Yeah, I'm
Sony.
like, The
So
Boys are Sony?
what
Isn't that
Sony have done?
Amazon though?
Yeah, yeah. So what Sony have done is they've got their rather than remember they're the only ones that don't have a streaming platform. So all their products, everything that they make, they do it in conjunction with like Amazon and other places. So if you look at the boys,
Ah, okay.
the
Yeah, that
boys is
makes
actually
sense.
produced and made by Sony, I believe, for Amazon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when I found out, I was
Hmm.
like, raw, okay.
Oh yeah, shit. Sony Pictures are involved. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
production
saying. Yeah.
company. Sony's there. Sony Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon MGM as well. Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't ever see the Sony logo unless they like I've just not noticed it. But I've
I
never
don't think
seen
the
the
Sony
logo
logo's
come up.
there, but
Yeah,
they're
I
in the
don't think it comes
background,
up.
isn't it?
Yeah, they're involved. They said because they're one of the production companies on The Boys.
Yeah,
So they're
because
one
I
of
feel
them.
like they do a lot of shows, even with HBO. I think like they're involved in quite a few shows because they don't have a streaming site, so they just do it that way.
Makes sense in that way.
Yeah, but yeah, I think buying companies, as we've all seen, doesn't work right.
It doesn't. It doesn't end
Which
well.
acquisition of a company has been successful?
Yeah, we haven't seen any yet. It's never been good. Even
Because
Bungie's died, crumbled under Sony. It's
yeah,
just it's a mess, man.
what's Bungie doing?
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's dead, man. They're dead. It's
They
practically
bought the
dead. It's a
Concord
corpse now.
studio. They made Concord. Dead.
Concord. Dead.
Yeah, I even
Super
forgot about
dead.
that shit.
Like Microsoft bought
Uh,
Activision, closures. Like what? How many games have Activision bought out? Just Call of
well, the
Duty.
new Call of Duty's done well. And yeah, that's about. I think that's the obviously Diablo 4 sold well. I don't think gamer like sentiment. I don't think gamer sentiment is good, but it sold well. But yeah, I don't know how much that means to Microsoft and Activision. Because
But
yeah,
did
like
did Call
everything
of
that
Duty
sells well.
really do well? That's the question.
Well, it's gamer sentiment is very happy, so
Mm.
I'm sure they're happy with that because yeah, apparently people are loving this Call of Duty. This Black
Okay.
Ops is doing really well because it's like a return to form. Because obviously the last one was so bad, so I'm thinking to myself, is it just they're happy it's back to normal and not that it's doing anything amazing? It's just back to where it was prior to the 3-hour campaign they got last time. I'm thinking it's just that, the ones who've treated them so bad that any little thing they're so happy about. but Terrence, you're the Call of Duty man. You should be telling us. Did you get this Black Ops?
Yeah, I got Game Pass, so yeah, I got it for free.
Yeah. So how was it? Was it just obviously you played the previous one compared to this one? Like,
No,
how did you
it's
feel?
much better. I haven't finished it. I think I'm about halfway through. It's a lot better. Like it it looks better. It feels better. I think they got this new control. I forgot what it's called, man. Omni
Yeah,
move or
their
something.
Omni movement. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that
Omni
actually works. I was
movement.
testing it out. That actually works. You can literally run in any direction, like a 360 direction, and it's proper.
Is it
Oh,
good?
yeah, Terrence,
Yeah.
Terrence, you don't play the multiplayer though, do you?
No, I haven't tested it out in multiplayer, but I'm gonna test it out though, only because I feel like this new movement's getting me gassed in single player. So let me go get beat up by 12-year-olds in online.
Good screaming kids.
But no,
Yeah.
the story's good. Like the gameplay, it's Call of Duty, isn't it?
I
Like I
think the
wouldn't say
story's always kind of good in Call of Duty though, man.
exactly.
Well,
But
not
even the
last year.
gameplay.
People are mad about last year.
No, last year was crap, man.
last
But the gameplay in
last
this
year.
one's good, man. It's kind of open world. You can kind of like choose how you tackle missions, which is good as well. Like they've varied up the mission design as well. Like they've got little side
Because
quests.
last year was what the multiplayer maps as a single player missions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's alright. I
Taking a
haven't
piss.
finished it, but it's good. I noticed that the guy on the cover is a black man, which I
No,
found
is it? I haven't even seen the cover.
yeah, it's like the typical Black Ops cover with the I think they all their covers look kind of the same.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I don't really pay any attention because it's like it's
yeah,
all the same to me. Yeah.
but I saw this one, I was like, oh, this is the first time that Call of Duty have proper had a black man on their cover. It's their first time, proper black man,
Okay. And we're not hearing no DAI screaming, so yeah, people aren't.
because it's a black
Is the
silhouette. You
is the
gotta look, you gotta squint to see it's black.
Does the story have any DEI from your experience, anything like that?
Nah, Call of Duty is Call of Duty is Call of Duty, man. Like it's hard to.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to put it in those type of games, especially it's set in a cold war, in it. So
Yeah.
it can't just magically be like the villain was gay, like because that would not have happened.
Well, but Dice put a woman with a prosthetic arm on the battlefield in the World War II.
Oh
And it's
wow.
just caused a whole lot of issues with people getting mad about that. So Battlefield 5 had a lot of madness with them saying, "Oh, these women," because like obviously there were women in World War II, but a lot of them were, the medics,
Mm.
not actually out there kicking and and fighting the men hand to hand and shit like that.
It's weird how
Um,
like the DI stuff is creeping into games, which is interesting because I heard you talking about
Creeping in.
yeah, I know, that's what I was saying.
Creeping in. It's been there, man. Like, what
it's
you
been
keep
do you
saying?
think?
shoehorned, kicked
It's been there
in.
for
Yeah,
ages,
they've been
Terrence,
kicking
man.
it in, man.
Been
It's
non,
I think
it's been
I
but
think
rife.
now they're
For how
what's
long it's
happening
been
now is
rife?
they're finally failing, and they're
Yes,
now
it's
it's
like
now
now, and
hitting
not only
profit
this,
margins.
now
Now
it's
it's
like
affecting them.
it's obvious. They keep fading. Like, look,
Yeah,
you want to talk
do you
about
think do you think
DEI?
okay, maybe
oh
not,
Look,
yeah.
look,
maybe
I'll give you
creeping
some
in is the wrong
examples.
word. Maybe
I'll give you some examples. Yeah, we've had, I would say, from, let's just say the consistency is okay. This is getting bad now, so we'll work backwards. Suicide Squad. Um, what was before
So
Suicide
what
Squad?
what was the DI in Suicide Squad?
What was the
I
DEI?
like
Oh,
I don't think I don't
Mrs. Freeze, Mrs. Freeze.
Yeah,
That was
that's
a
Mrs.
problem.
Freeze, isn't it? Oh
Uh,
jeez.
the Joker, that was a joke. Um,
yeah, but I don't think I wouldn't look at that and go, oh,
okay, so
that's
you wouldn't look at that and scream DEI. All right, then. Well, let's
I
go.
wouldn't. I would just think
Let's
that's
go.
like
Let's go. Alan Wake. How's that one?
Yeah, Alan Wake.
How's that
okay.
You're
one
playing
for?
as a
Alan Wake
black
2,
woman in
I
Alan
haven't
Wake. You're fucking
Alan Wake
kidding me,
2,
right?
I haven't Alan Wake 2, I haven't played it.
Okay.
However,
Uh-huh.
I agree in the sense that like I don't understand why there's another playable character that isn't Alan Wake, is a female
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and obviously a black female. Do you get what I'm saying? So
I mean, Terrence,
that's forced.
you know, like all of us here know, anyone who's been listening long enough knows, we we had a a heavy conversation on this stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's in the realms of 2 years ago. And what would happen and how it happens when you just keep throwing, I don't know, color swapping or gender swapping, whatever you want to call it, just for the sake of it. This is why we get to where we are now, because there isn't even any. There's like no control. It's just like just throw that. Just turn Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze into Mrs. Freeze.
Why is there a black girl in God of War Ragnarok as a
Yeah, like
Viking sort of
why?
thingy? What the fuck is going on? Like, what is
Like
this?
I saw the thing with Harry Potter and
Yeah, they had a trans character in the Harry
no,
Potter.
no, not even that. No, I'm talking about the Harry Potter HBO show. Now this is rumors. It's not well, I wouldn't say it's rumors. It's reports
Yeah, but
that
that's TV though. We're talking about games.
Yeah. It's for gaming. So Forspoken, a black woman lead who does all the stereotypical things of an angry black woman.
Raf got pissed
You
and
know,
left. He said, "I talk about this no more."
that's what I'm saying. So they have been doing it to the death, and it's like only now, finally, the games are failing and they're not making money, and it's like I think what we see going forward is less and less of this DEI stuff now. So the same way you said it came creeping in, I think over the next few years it's creeping out
Do you
because
think
it's like it's done.
I don't even think it's gonna creep out.
You know, you think that they're still going to try and push their agendas? Like you think they're still going to try and you know, race swap and gender swap and still push
Like
that?
if you're talking about in the context of games,
Hmm.
I don't see it being phased out. And to be honest, I think it just needs to be done right. Not
I think I just
Yeah,
exited
I mean,
actually.
but this is what we've been saying. We've been saying it needs to be done right. Gears
yeah.
of War did it right. And Gears of War came out so many years ago.
Until it
Gears of War
didn't.
did it right. You
Yeah,
had
but I was
Train,
just
you
about to
had
say
Coltrane, you had the Latin guy in there. You had
people say Gears of War didn't do it right because people complain.
hmm?
I don't mind
I
Gears. Is it
I
Gears
don't
5?
remember
But
that.
yeah,
No,
because
Well,
they
I'm talking
got
about Gears
what
1.
happened
I'm talking
was,
about Gears 1.
let me update him, Terence. What happened was, Gears of War, you're right, is one of the best examples of diversity.
Yeah.
Some people may look at
And
Coltrane
we're
and
talking
say
about the
he's a bit this.
first Gears.
Yeah, the
First
first
Gears, yeah.
Gears. But what happened was in the most recent Gears, things switched. So you had pretty much the same game, you could say, but then they turned the lead into, I don't know if it wasn't was it his daughter or his niece or something?
No, it's just a girl. She's
No,
the
It's just a random girl. So
she's
it
the
basically
queen's
changes to that. Um,
granddaughter, isn't it?
yeah, or something. Now me, the funny thing for me,
I
that
didn't
didn't even
mind it.
bother me like that. I thought it was okay, but as time's gone on, and I've heard more people get vocal, and we all know, because what I'm about to say probably a topic in itself, but there is now a legion of just sour, negative, neckbeard dudes who just be wilding on,
Yeah, people
just
say
crapping on everything. Like,
people say
and
Gears
the thing
flopped
is,
because it was
yeah,
a
they're
girl
like,
that is
look,
the
they'll
lead.
crap on things with no substance. So understand this, like, there have been good examples of female leads, you could say, or a franchise turning, changing some of the main characters, but not like changing them, keeping their name and changing them into someone else. No, just slowly bringing in someone else. And Gears is a good example of that. I don't think Gears got worse because it was a female
Of course not.
who took
It just
lead.
got weird
It
because it's
didn't.
like the 5th game doing the exact
Yeah,
same
and
thing.
it was a 5th game, and I think it was just starting to not. I would say my biggest thing with Gears was I wanted more enemy types. I think that was something that was getting me. I wanted something more evolved from General Ram into something, a bit
But I don't.
more.
But to on Sean's point, I don't even think Gears does it right. I think Gears is like one of the when I first played Gears, I thought it was one of the video games that just does the whole American
Oh yeah, the
culture.
American dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Coltrane was
black
a
yeah.
guy,
bit.
the black guy's a
He was a bit
comedian.
obnoxious. How?
The black
No,
guy's
No,
a
no, but you know
comedian.
what they
but
were?
The
that
main
guy
guy is
was
No,
just
no,
like
Arnold
the guy.
Schwarzenegger, grunt.
No,
Like,
no.
but
What
listen,
you didn't
though, but
see?
check
They're
it.
like American football players.
But
That's what
the
they were
thing
like
is,
to me.
remember this: the
only
guy who
only
played.
Coltrane was an American football
Yeah,
player.
but
But
no,
what I
no,
mean
the
is
guy
like
who
Yeah,
the
played
group.
Coltrane, the guy who played Coltrane was actually like that. Because
yeah.
remember, if you got the
No one's
if you got the
disputing that.
edition.
What I'm saying is
Mhm.
like the whole DI thing is that like, oh, you're putting uh characters from an ethnic background or whatever in prominent roles, and that's what a lot of the racists are upset about online when
Yeah,
people of color are in prominent roles. It's almost, and this is one thing I don't agree in, is that people
right.
of color should be the background or the sidekick or the
Absolutely.
comedian.
Listen,
No,
That's
no.
what
I
I
agree
don't.
with
And
that.
Gears of War is that. Gears of War is all the people of ethnic minority are the background characters, the hillbillies, the whatever. Like Coltrane, he's just a comedian. It's just like Tyler Cruz in every film.
Mm,
They're just there
I
for the
agree.
black
I do
uh,
entertainment.
agree. You
And
know what,
and so
Terence?
yeah, yeah.
I
they
do agree
shifted
with
gears,
that.
innit? They
I
shifted
do agree with
gears.
that.
They shifted gears to a point where now because they saw where gears was, and when they tried to
Mm.
reinvent it, yeah, they did kind of did the force. They forced it.
Mm.
Like they forced it in Gears 5, isn't it? Because Gears 4, they tried to do Marcus's son, and you still had his
Yeah,
black friend
yeah.
as a sidekick. But then
Mm.
because woke society and everything, and everyone in games has to,
Mm.
everyone has to be a female lead now. They switched the lead to a female, which I didn't understand because they didn't need to do that. They
Yeah.
even make you start the game as Marcus's son, and then they switch it to her, and then it's just all from her perspective, and that's why people were really upset with the game when you look at it online, because it's still the same combat, it's still the same fun combat, but it's that
Mm.
whole you're forcing this.
They switched to female.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
female's
you
the
saw what happened
focus.
in Last of Us 2. It's like people are forced to play a character they definitely couldn't see themselves, well, couldn't relate to, I
Yeah,
suppose.
and you lot know how much I love Last of Us. I also think that was kind of forced as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it was,
yeah,
man.
I mean, I haven't played it, but I've heard enough to
No,
Like
you need to
like
kind
do
of
it,
agree
man.
with that at this point.
that was forced as well, to the
Forced in
point
more
where
than one way, mate. Forced in more than one
to the
way.
point where you're playing. Like I know I wasn't like because I know it's been everyone knows you play as two characters. Like when you play as Ellie, I was like, cool, I get it. You're Ellie.
Yeah,
You played with her a little bit in the first one, like she's.
yeah.
Then when you play as the other woman, I was baffled because I didn't know if I was playing a transvestite, someone who had six genders. and I know, and the thing is, when I went online, I realized I was the only one that was confused because even when they tried to show her naked, I was like, are those titties? Are they like not? Like, I was baffled. Like, I was like, oh wait, she's having sex with someone, so that is a woman. Like, and I can see why people are frustrated because if you're playing a game, be a man, be a woman. What's
you
this
see,
confusion nature?
But this in
you
between,
ask
yeah,
yourself,
this in
at
between.
this point, you do have to ask yourself, hold on a minute, yeah. This is a Last of Us game. How did all of this get infiltrated into Last of Us? Like,
Exactly. How
what's
did it
going
get
on
in?
there?
Shoehorned.
Like, what is that?
Forced.
That's really wild, man.
Because it's forced, isn't
That
it?
is
Like the
really
first
I
wild,
mean,
game.
yeah.
and you could show someone else's perspective, but you don't have to play as them as the half of the game. It was just like, this is really forced. Like, they want you to really understand this character, and
Yeah.
you're forced to play as this character.
But you know, Sean, like
Um,
again, like even with that, yeah, I can sit there and go, okay, cool. Like you want to, show me a second. Like I said, I was confused playing the game. I spent the majority of the game trying to figure out, like, do you know what the killer was? Like they give you a little taste of it at the beginning. Do you remember? At the
what do
beginning
you
of the
mean?
game, you play with her
Oh,
when you meet Joe and his brother. The
yeah,
camera
yeah, yeah.
just switch. So I was baffled. I was playing as Ellie. The camera just switches to this girl. You play with her for a little bit, and I'm like,
Mm,
is this a man? Is this a woman? And that's my aspect. My aspect is
yeah.
it's great you want to give me
And
another
I think
character.
it's on purpose that they're doing that. Like, it's
Exactly.
like,
GTA did
because it
it.
could have
When I
just been
played
a
as the
woman.
different characters, I knew who they were. I knew, oh, I'm this
Yeah.
person, I'm this person. But
Yeah.
for me to
Yeah.
play a character and then start to question, is this a man? Is this a woman? Is this a transvestite? Is this a transsex? Like, what is going on here? Is she a woman who wants to be a man? I shouldn't be playing a game,
Mm,
and those are my thoughts as I'm playing the
yeah.
game. It's
Confused.
weird.
Yeah.
It's
It
weird.
was,
If
it
the thing is,
was, yeah.
if she's a transsexual, boom, I'm happy. Just she's like pick a choice. Like, stop trying to do this. We're we're artsy and we're elusive, and you
Yeah.
don't like. She's a woman, but she's got arms like a
This is the thing.
man.
They wanted to give us that experience of the non-binary look. Gender is fluid, and that's what that was. They were pushing that agenda. Look, you're confused. You don't really know what she is, do you?
Exactly, and
You have to see it from her perspective. And I was like,
exactly.
oh my god, like you
So I
really
can see the
forced this in there.
backlash on that one because the
Yeah,
first one was pretty straightforward. You're Joel, you're
yeah,
Ellie. You know Joel's a man. You know Ellie's a female. Cool, play the
Yeah.
game.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
but
This
yeah,
one,
yeah, you're right. It's like that's why I'm interested to see Witcher 2. Let's see what they do because I know Garrett. Is it Garrett? I can
I
never say
mean,
his name.
Witcher 4, you mean?
Geralt.
Witcher 4.
Witcher 4. Yeah, his story's finished, isn't it? So let's see.
Mm.
Let's see if they do a
Yeah.
character creator. If they pick
Or if
Siri.
it's going to be Siri. I mean, it's sort of like always alluded to it because Siri becomes playable. Like, so just like Last of Us 1, Siri becomes playable
Yeah,
in
she can
parts of
play
Witcher
at
3.
the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it makes you think, all right, the next game's going to be her. But
I think the
we
next
just don't
game's
know
gonna be
what's going
her.
to happen.
I think the next game's gonna be
Yeah, I
her.
mean, I think it should, because it sort of, it seemed that that's where they were going with it.
Yeah, with the story, just
So it
the
would
way.
make sense. But Siri's supposed to be so powerful, it's kind of hard to know if they can balance that because she's supposed to be so powerful.
Yeah, because they want to kill her, don't they? They want to kill her because she's so
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah. Because she can walk through
Yeah,
dimensions and time and all of this stuff. So it's like, how do you do that? Work that into gameplay? I don't know. So yeah, I mean, if it is Siri, it makes sense. I can't complain about. Can't say DEI because that was what it was working towards. Just like Last
Yeah.
of Us.
yeah,
But
but that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's why it's the difference between shoehorning it in and
Yeah,
making it
and
make
a
sense.
natural thing, yeah, the natural sort
Oh,
of like progression of the story.
yeah.
So question,
Yeah.
why, because I haven't played either game, why does Baldur's Gate 3 get a pass and Dragon Age doesn't?
Because from
What?
what
Because
I
I
gathered,
think from what I've seen, Baldur's Gate is more woke than Dragon Age.
Nah,
No,
man. No,
well,
well,
I
no.
would say this. I'll say this from the
I wouldn't
outside
say
looking
woke.
in. Yeah,
I
from the
haven't
outside
played them,
looking
so I
in.
could be wrong in it. That's
Mm,
why
Nah,
I
I
would
wouldn't
say
say
guys who
this.
played them.
Based,
I will
based.
tell you. I'll tell you straight.
Okay, go on, Sean.
Yeah.
You tell him.
No, I'm saying because obviously I played the game and I said it. I said it
Uh-huh.
earlier in this on this call. I said that look, Baldur's Gate does push the agenda more than Dragon Age does. It pushes their agenda on you.
Yeah.
But the difference between Baldur's Gate and Dragon Age is if I don't like a character, I could kill them. If you don't like someone, you can kill them. You don't have to put up with them. In
Yeah, you don't
Dragon
have to
Age,
have
you
that.
can't do that to companions. You can't even talk mean to them. You can't even say something bad to them. In Baldur's Gate, you can not only say something bad to them, tell them to get the hell out, you can kill them and take their loot. You kill them and loot them. Baldur's Gate doesn't limit you.
That's
at all.
quite definitive, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's very definitive.
that's why people give it a pass, because you don't have to put up with anything you don't like in Baldur's Gate 3. You can literally choose to kill your companion and take their gear. Like, it's that
Well,
free.
hey, listen, then that's it. Problem solved.
That's a
Problem
solved.
literally solved.
And that's why people
wild.
give it a pass, because it gives the freedom and choice to the player. And that's the thing. Even though they push the gender at you, you have a choice to do what you want.
But I think I also think that's a bit of a cop out, because it's still
Wait. That's not a cop out.
Because it's still
in an RPG,
what
a
I mean
multiple
is,
choice RPG. That's what you want. Player wants choice.
no.
You want choices.
I don't doubt that. That's good, isn't it? Like, yes, you can kill someone or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, it's still written in the game. Like, from what I see, from what I've seen, heard, read, watched of Baldur's Gate 3, like, that stuff is in the game. Yes, thank God you can. It's like Cyberpunk, right? You can choose to sleep with a straight person. You can choose to sleep with the thingy person. You can make
what Cyberpunk did was fuckeries, and that's why they had to patch it.
But what I mean is, like,
they tried to catch you out, and bastards.
I think they changed. They patched that now. But
they had to patch it. Yeah, they had to patch it.
What I'm trying to say to you is that, like, even though games are these RPGs are designed for you to stay away from it, it's still there. So are you trying to say that it gets a pass because you don't have to engage in it, whereas Dragon Age,
I didn't give it a pass.
I
said that, yeah, boom.
Whereas Dragon Age, because it's looking like Dragon Age is getting the hate, which is fine if it's in there. I obviously haven't played it, but a similar game has it even tenfold.
No. So what Baldur's Gate doesn't do is it doesn't have characters coming out and making just a random statement at a random time. That doesn't happen. Dragon Age, this person will just come out and be like, all right, everyone's having a roundtable discussion. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm non-binary. I just need to make that statement.
Oh wow, is that what it says?
Yeah, that happens in it. I'm non-binary. Just let everyone know.
Really?
I know the companions
I think. Hey, sure. Is that not the one I put in the group?
That's a different one. So the one I had was
Yeah.
different to that. Yeah, and I'm just like, this is not necessary. Like, why did you have to make this statement? Like, why did this have to? No one was talking about you. No one was talking. No one was even directly talking to you. It's just like, Baldur's Gate doesn't do that.
Crazy, and that's why.
Okay, fair enough. See, that makes sense now. I didn't know they just come out and say, right. That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Just going too far, innit?
It's what they call self-insert. Whoever the writer was, they were trying to project their sexuality on everyone and let everyone accept their identity.
But what I've noticed, I could be wrong, obviously I'm not in game development, but I feel like back in the day, game development, because obviously you're getting a lot of the kind of Me Too, like a lot of studios are getting told like, oh, there's a lad culture and this person said I was pretty, so now I'm going to sue and all of that stuff. So I feel like what's happened is that's why games were the way they were, and that's why Tomb Raider looks the way she looks. Like, games were the way they were back then, isn't it? And then now I feel like the new age of developers, because obviously, especially game development being in, is it San Francisco and San Montana or Santa whatever in America, like, it's a lot of inclusivity in terms of like the people who they're hiring, isn't it? Because when I go on Twitter and stuff, and if a game developer like tweets like, oh, I'm the lead writer on this, or I'm this and that, every time I click on their profile, and there's not a problem, but they all have like the rainbow flag and
standard,
like,
right?
all of this stuff is standard. And again, listen, I don't hate on any, believe whatever you want to believe, cool, as long as you're not hurting nobody. But what I'm finding interesting is that because a lot of these game developers are from like the LGBTQ community, they now have And Dave Chappelle, you can tell I just went to see Dave Chappelle. He mentions like
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
the amount of power and influence.
Wait, did you just get back now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like the amount of power and influence these people are having in culture. So I'm only assuming now. Imagine you're in a work environment, because this happens to all of us at work, innit? If we have and I'm just being real here, and I'm not gay bashing or anything, but if I have like colleagues who are homosexual or whatnot, and they say something or they want to, you can't be seen to go against what that person says, because then you're homophobic. So I can only imagine. I can only imagine happening. You're creating a game, and the lead animator or whatever says, "Oh, I'm gonna say I'm non-binary." The straight man can't say you can't say that, because he's gonna get fired.
Yeah. This is exactly what is happening. What you just described is exactly what is happening.
So the guy's coding him going, "I'm non-binary," and he's sitting there thinking, "You can put this in the game," but he can't voice that.
But he can't voice it, yeah.
Because if he voices
the
that,
worrying part,
he's homophobic, and he's fired, and he will never work again.
Can't provide for his family. There's a lot of reasons why these things are happening, and this is why gamers have to speak with their wallets. And I'm glad they are, because now these games aren't selling. So studios are going to start looking at these people who are inserting these things and be like, you know what? No, we're going to lose out too much money. There's too much money on the table. And we do not want to just lose money, because that's what's going to keep happening at this rate. So if they continue to do it, they're going to continue to not sell, continue to lose money. And, the thing is about these companies is money talks. They don't actually care about people's issues. Companies don't care. They only pretend to care as long as it's profitable. Once it stops being profitable, you'll see how quickly they stop caring. And the best example is, why is it when you take Spider-Man here to Saudi Arabia, you remove the homosexual flags? Oh, I thought you cared about the homosexual flags. You removing it because you don't want to stop the sales of your game in that country. They don't care about, instead of being like, no, we're gonna keep this in the game, or no, we're not gonna sell it in your market because you're homophobic. No, they remove it from the game and continue to sell it there, because they only care about profit. That's all the companies care about. So that's why it's only about profit for them. They don't actually care about anyone's issue. It's just whatever is profitable for them. And as long as they look good and they can make money, that's what they care about.
True that. That is true.
And as they stop making money, watch all this. That's what I'm saying. Watch how this stuff is all going to start fading out of games. The same way it crept in is going to start creeping back out, because they don't want to lose the money. So
we're going to start seeing their actions, their behavior has said otherwise. I mean, it looks as though a lot of these guys have done.
No, this is the first year that's really starting to hit them. Because if you think about the years before, games weren't collapsing and getting studios shut down within 2 weeks.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's really hitting them now.
Listen, don't worry, man. Don't worry. Donald Trump's gonna sort it all out, mate. You know what I mean?
Seems that way. Definitely seems that way.
Donald Trump's gonna mess.
Yeah. He's already said that he's pulling the whole. When he gets into office, the DEI stuff is getting pulled out of companies. He said that we're not. He's not allowing none of that. So loads of game devs, the DEI stuff is going to get pulled out.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. So the next following years, games. That's what I'm saying. DEI is going to start creeping back out of games. Because obviously, there's games that are in development right now that have DEI in it. So they're still going to come out with that stuff in it. But over the next few years, it's going to start creeping back out. Because, Trump is pulling it out of the companies when he gets into office next year. So, it's all going to change.
Like, most of the game developers are in the States, aren't they?
In the States, yeah. And the Chinese, they don't give a damn, so they don't do the DEI anyway.
Chinese or whatever, bro.
They don't give a damn about that.
Give a damn.
So, they do not care. So, so that's why it's like, things are going to change over the next few years. So it's all good. And as long as gamers are talking with their wallets, so there is just a united front against this, and it's good to see it, because it is very jarring when you're trying to play games and people's politics are being pushed at you when games are for escapism. You're trying to get away from reality. not be faced with reality when you're playing your games. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So yeah,
But that's
like,
what the thing with that's my problem with Dragon Age is that like even in the character creation you've got like the scars of like having an operation like like
it's so
why
silly.
Really?
In a
game?
fantasy game, yeah, you can
You
have your
don't need to
surgery,
do
brand
that. You don't
surgery
need to put that
scars.
in the game. You can magic
In in a
Wait, you
world
can
where you
have
could transform into
trans
animals. Yeah, in a
surgery.
world you can literally,
yeah
you can
yeah
have these trans
when you
surgery
change your
marks.
cat you can see the surgery scars, bro.
Yeah, you can have surgery scars on your character. Like in a world that can where a person could transform into
Yeah, you
animal,
can
literally
magic
shapeshift into animals.
into
Like,
animals.
why can't you just shapeshift into a woman or a man, then?
Yeah.
So, well, why would you need surgery scars? Like, it's so silly. It's so silly.
Let me not say
But
anything.
that's
Jeez, I'll get cancelled.
it's
Yes,
so
wow.
silly. So that's what it is, man. Like, it is a hot mess. But yeah, I'm glad that everyone seems to, like, a lot of the gaming community, everyone seems to be on the same side with this stuff. So it's like, it's all gonna start getting faded out because it's just not gonna make any money. And I think Ubisoft is massively scared because of Outlaws didn't do so well to their expectations. Outlaws didn't sell very well. I mean, who would have thought a female Han Solo for a audience of men who are Star Wars fans? Because I think the demographic of women who are Star Wars fans is very slim, and you went and made a female Han Solo Star Wars game, and you're wondering why the game didn't sell very well. It's like, it's so thing, and they've delayed Assassin's Creed, and I'm sure they're in fear of how well that's going to do. Because a black protagonist in a Japanese set era of game is just obviously DEI. It's like, why is there a black protagonist? Like, there's no need for a black protagonist to be there, especially in all your previous games. The protagonist was suited for the area that they came from. Like this is the first time you've used a completely different background as a protagonist for the game you're doing. You look at Valhalla, you've got a Viking. He's the main character, he or she, but they're Vikings. And then you go back to Odyssey, you've got the male or female, but they are also Greek, Roman, all of that. And then you go back to Origins, the guy you're playing, he's an Arab. It's all based in Egypt and all that. And then you keep going further back, and you go to all of the games, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, they're all based, all the main characters are based in that era, and it makes sense to where they're at. Black guy doesn't make sense in feudal Japan. Like feudal Japan with ninjas, shinobi, and samurai, there's a black main character. Like, what? Like, it's obviously DEI. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it would be very different if he was just a character in the game. You might meet him and talk to him, but he is a playable main character. So it's just like, yeah, that's obvious what they were doing there. And then they play hip hop music when he's fighting a boss. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. They play hip hop music in feudal Japan, hip hop music. So I'm like, okay, we know what you're doing there.
You can't make it up.
It was just crazy. So yeah, so that's what that's about. So yeah, man, we'll see what happens, because it's like, yeah, before, games used to just sell regardless because the casual audience didn't really know about none of this nitty gritty, but that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. They're not even selling through the casual audience anymore. So,
but Sean, you see what you're saying about the thing. There was actually a black samurai though. Like,
no, there's
Yasuke. Yeah, there
African
was one.
Yasuke, but it's the fact that he doesn't need to be a main character in the Assassin's Creed game. Like, he appears in Neo. He was a boss in Neo, apparently.
But he's not. I remember putting it in the group when he had a mask on for like 3/4 of the game, and then you fight him, you don't even know. And it worked. It really, really worked, because he was like,
because that's a cool idea. That's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. I hear
as a main character, a main playable character.
The approach to it should have been different. I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the approach, because I have no problem with them having something like that, because that's kind of cool, because no one can see that coming.
It's cool.
But there's a
Yeah,
big
but
guy
like
here, like that's cool.
that's crazy.
But he shouldn't have been a main character. He
Yeah,
shouldn't have
I
been
get
the
you.
main character. You know what I'm saying? The main character should have been Japanese,
Mhm.
Shinobi, because it's a game called Assassin's Creed. It should be
Yeah.
Shinobi. So they've got a Shinobi woman,
Mm.
female character, and then a black samurai in a game called Assassin's Creed. It's like, why are you playing a samurai? They're honorable fighters. They don't kill people they don't do stealth assassination. That's dishonorable to samurai.
Yeah,
That's not how it works.
ninjas are the stealth.
That's true, you know.
Yeah,
Assassins.
yeah. It's like, that's a dishonorable way. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, exactly.
Game's called They called it Assassin's Creed Shadows. They even called it Shadows. They're supposed to be shinobi. They move in they
Yeah, they
operate in
should
the
have
shadows.
just gone with the shinobi, the kunai. You know what I mean? They should just gone
Yeah.
with ninja.
It should have been a male and female
Yeah,
shinobi,
yeah.
and then you choose which one you want to play as. Why they got a black guy samurai? Like, it's just like, what? And then half of the game you got to play as both of them, and it's just like, okay. So yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But we can't, because no one could see the black guy, big, and he's massive as well.
He's like a tank.
He's creeping up
Yeah, he's
behind
massive.
you. Assassin's Creed. I'm like, yeah, it's just so forced, and that's the problem. It's so forced. It didn't need to be in there. Like, look at it. How all of us would have been excited if it was just Shinobi. You had a male and female Shinobi characters. Everyone would have been in for that. Like, there would have been no complaints. But these guys had to force this DEI down people's throats, and they get a whole lot of backlash for it, and deservedly so.
Yeah, they do. It's definitely deserving. But there you go. What can one say?
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see how well it does come February.
We will. So, I think, Terrence, I know you just dropped in there like you're flipping.
Listen, I was
don't
here.
even. My
I
music
was
dropped
here
from
all
somewhere.
along.
Yeah. You was here
I
all
had
along.
all the conversation. Pillars of Attorney. I've been here.
Okay. I give you that. So listen. So before we jet out of here, Terrence, is there anything you want to add to anything we've said or anything we haven't said before we depart from here?
Have you guys spoken about the Pro?
Yeah, we did that last
Yeah,
episode.
that last year.
Look at this guy, man. You've been missing, man. We did that last week.
Tell us about your Pro, innit?
You can tell us
about your
have you
Pro,
got a
innit?
Pro?
I have my PC in a box, innit?
All right, well, tell us about your Pro.
I was gonna say that I've had the Pro for obviously since it came out, so I've tested.
Which was when? When did it come out? Last week?
Can't remember. November? Was it November? First week of November, I think.
Okay, so it's been out a little while.
Yeah, it's been a little while. So been testing it, been playing a few of the games on there, just trying to see whether this dream of 4K 60 is a thing. I think the first thing that I noticed was that a lot of games still kind of give you the option of fidelity and performance mode. So even the games that have a pro patch, you can actually you can still choose. But what some of the games say is that, like, oh no, the preference is do performance because performance is using their version of am I saying it right? DLSSR?
Yeah, their PSSR is their version of DLS. Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're using performance mode and then upscaling to 4K. So again, it's not, and we knew this already because
it's not native 4K.
Yeah, for £700 or whatever, you're not getting a console that does 4K 60. I would say it's definitely a luxury item. I think if you don't have one, you're not missing out on much. Like, I ran through the first Horizon because they've got a pro mode, and while it looks great, I don't think it's like that big of a difference to be like, oh my gosh, this is like night and day.
Mm.
And I know there's been some complaints because certain games, like Star Wars, I think Star Wars got rid of their performance and quality mode, and they just have one mode. And I think some people been saying that they should bring back the option to choose, just because the pro mode isn't as great, apparently. Like, obviously I haven't tested it out myself, but from what I've tested out, yeah, it does what it says, isn't it? It gives you that bit of extra horsepower. Like certain games that don't have a pro patch, they're more stable. Like I was playing I'm trying to finish Resident Evil. Like I swear I can't play that game when it gets dark, you know. Like it's scary. And that's Resident Evil 7. And like even Resident Evil 7
What, Terrence, you still on Resident Evil 7?
Listen, I have no shame, yeah. That game is scary. I got to a point, yeah. I was playing it and I was like, nah, it's too dark for me to play this.
Whereabouts is it? Is it when you're going in like a little facility where there's like these big black kind of doesn't sound right, does it? But these big shadowy looking.
Yeah,
Shall I tell you where I am? Have you finished it? Have you finished it?
Yeah. I finished it. I just finished Village as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can tell you where I am because it's an old game, innit? There's been like 2 Resident Evil games since, so I won't spoil anything. But I beat the I had to get the lanterns. I had to beat the woman who started crawling on the ceiling and stuff.
Oh, that was great. That was fantastic.
Yeah. So I've just got the lantern. I've made the I made the serum, and someone told me to come to some room.
Right.
Am I near the end?
Man. Great game.
Am I near the end? That's a no.
Not
like,
quite. You're not
scary,
far.
Man.
You're not far, but there's still some stuff. There's still some stuff to go on.
Is 8 just as scary?
8. You know what? 8 did some interesting scares.
Didn't say it was a move to more action, right?
Yeah, it did move to more action, but it does some scares in ways where you're like, you know what? They had to think about that scare. There was one scare where I said, you know what? They had to think about that, and it worked.
Yeah, because Resident Evil, yeah, like, it's not scary like jump. It's the atmosphere, man. Like you can just be in a room, and I play with headphones, so you can just be in a room and you just hear.
Listen, let me tell you something, Terrence. You're playing that with headphones. You're good.
Yeah.
That's why I will never play it, man. Fuck that.
Yeah. Resident Evil 7 is very scary. Regardless, it's scary.
It's creepy, man.
You know what it is as well? It's creepy. It's claustrophobic. It has a lot of the tones from some of the most standout horrors you ever had. So from Chainsaw Massacre to Exorcist to supernatural stuff, it's all there. And that family, the Baker family, listen, Capcom, they really smashed it with that. And everything they've done since that little system that they have of remake, current line. Like, I'm playing Resident Evil, the remake 4 now. And they have just, like, it's just so, you recognize it, but there's just so much more, so much different. And that in itself still has its scares as well, even though it is more action orientated. And Village was really good. It was really good. It did open up a bit more.
Yeah.
And it had its scares and stuff, but you're much more capable now, you would say. I would say you're way more capable. Where in
7.
In 7, things were a bit like, you didn't have the best weapons in the world. You know, a bit claustrophobic and stuff.
Listen, for a second, I went onto the PS store and I was like, oh, can I buy like microtransactions to get better weapons? I was like, this game is scaring me.
I pay to win.
I've got 4 bullets left.
Listen, mix your herbs. Make sure you got your first aid sprays.
Hold on a minute. I just hear Terrence say he said he was going to go to the. He was going to go to the.
I didn't know, but I can't lie. I hovered over there.
You didn't, but you did think about it though. It crossed your mind. Your mind, Terrence.
I thought,
I'm like, why are you playing in PSVR 2? Why are you
Hey,
using
Terrence, no,
PSVR
no,
2
wait,
for
Terrence,
it?
Terrence, you was gonna go there and buy a Uzi or a
You know?
McLaren or something. You're gonna buy a Uzi.
Listen, ain't no shame, you know.
I was gonna buy an Uzi.
Terrence, you
I would have
cracking me
spent
up,
them
man.
gold coins on the Uzi because the way
Terrence
this
was going to
handgun
buy
is killing me,
guns.
bro. I got
He
a
was
handgun
going to
on the
buy the
Funny,
shotgun.
man.
Gonna buy the weaponry.
And
That is funny.
what about
But no,
Silent Hill?
I
No one
can
gets Silent
understand the
Hill?
stress though. It's stress. It's stress.
Like, the game's stressful. Like, they did really well with atmosphere because, like I said, I've been playing it for the last hour. Apart from when I killed that lady, everything else, there's been nothing. But I have
And
been
let me
scared.
see something. You see when that woman there, she's like a spider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Basically, I
in the
went to the little
greenhouse.
girl. Remember, you see the little girl?
Yeah, and
So I'm
she's in the
there.
greenhouse, and you should have the flamethrower, I think, at that
Yeah,
point.
I've got the flamethrower. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and the spiders. Yeah, no, that was a good boss. I like that boss.
Yeah.
I like that boss.
It's
But listen,
scary.
that's one thing I'll say about Village. The bosses steal the damn show. They absolutely steal the show. Obviously from the famous one, Demetria, the giant woman. There's other bosses as well, but they just Capcom just been on a roll. Coming back with Resident Evil 2 remake and then going on and on and on from there.
They're on a massive
It's
role, man. Like, I think ain't they
big
like
role.
aren't they the company that like everyone was scared for, and now they just got hit after hit after hit?
Yeah, remember they hit a
Yeah, because they had
pretty
the real
flat pace.
lows, didn't they?
Yeah,
They
they
had
did
the
Them
really
them
well.
real
lost
low
They
lost
were
planet
seasons.
falling
3
down.
times, yeah.
Yeah, no,
They
remember it
had
got bad. It got so
Yeah,
bad for
Resident
them.
Evil 5, Resident Evil 6,
It was like,
Operation Raccoon City. They were having fail after fail for quite a while.
yeah,
And
but
I
nah,
think they took inspiration from the games like
Outlast.
Outcast,
Yeah,
Outlast.
yeah,
They took inspiration from the games that were like really doing well, the indies. And this is what a lot of these AAA devs need to do anyway. Take inspiration from what the indies are doing right, and then like
yeah.
Capcom, you can be back on your A game.
Yeah,
True.
because you're right. You know, this Resident Evil feels like an indie game.
Yeah,
It's because
yeah,
they literally looked at the ones that were successful.
yeah.
Like, obviously, it's got
I can agree
AAA
with that.
productions, but it's very
Yeah.
much an indie game in the sense that it's small, it's contained, and yes, it's got all the fancy graphics and that, but there's not much actually happening. You know, it's just the atmosphere, the sound design.
Oh no, wait,
Yeah.
wait. Did you see the bit with the police guy, the black guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I
Yeah,
saw that. That thing
yeah,
was
he
mad.
got done in, man. I was like,
That
man,
was funny.
look how they done the brother in, man. The brother got done in, man.
And they got what? What's their next game? Monster Hunter, isn't it?
Yeah,
Monster
that's a
Hunter
big deal as
Wilds,
well.
yeah.
And
Oh
that
Very
looks
yeah,
like
big
it's gonna
deal.
do really well.
That's gonna do really well. Because the
And,
beta had crazy numbers, 400,000,
and then
500,000 players for a beta.
crazy. Yeah.
and then why
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
have
gonna be bonkers.
so why is Microsoft and Ubisoft releasing their games the same month? Isn't that like suicide? Then they're gonna complain that their games ain't selling.
They're releasing Avowed
Avowed
uh,
and Assassin's
and
Creed are coming in
Assassin's
February.
Creed coming the same
Yeah,
month. Yeah.
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 I
It's
think that's
just,
suicide.
someone's gonna have to delay. I think they can't all come out the same month. That's gonna be wild. I reckon
I think
someone's gonna have to
Assassin's
delay
Creed
out.
needs to delay.
You think Assassin's Creed needs to be delayed?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Avowed can get away because it's on Game Pass, so people will just download it anyway. So they'll get the
Yeah,
numbers to say
that's true.
50 million
Yeah.
downloads. Like
Yeah.
they don't need
Ubisoft needs to
sales.
delay. Yeah, they need to delay because it just doesn't make sense to come out with Monster Hunter Wilds. It don't make sense.
That'd be two L's for Ubisoft. That'd be Star Wars, which is they're saying Star Wars is the biggest flop of the year just because of the IP and the money that went into that game.
Yeah, of course. They were expecting big numbers for that.
Yeah,
That'd be true.
and they've been patching it like crazy.
And imagine, and people forget they released an Avatar game. Does anyone remember
Oh
that
shit, I
Ubisoft
forgot
released an
about that.
Avatar game?
That's meant to
I
look
totally
good.
forgot about that
Another
game.
big IP. Like no one talks about it. Like it's like it never existed. An
Because
Avatar game. Avatar.
because Ubisoft are one of the worst in getting an IP and thinking that the IP they're using it as a skin for their game gameplay mechanics.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Because everyone calls Avatar Far Cry.
Yeah, it basically is. It's Far Cry of Avatar skin. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
It does look like that. Yeah, no, they instead of like, all right, we're gonna try and do something new and something from the ground up, they just take one of their other game models and reskin it.
Yeah. And even Star Wars, like that was a game that I was actually like thinking, oh, I'll play that, but I have no interest in that game after seeing it. Like it just seemed like weird. Like I don't get what the game is. Like it looks like it's trying to do it looks like it's got no, obviously I haven't played it, but it looks like it's got no focus. Like in terms of what it wants to be. Like, are you a female Han Solo? Is it an open world? Can't you go into space? Is it like it's got everything?
Yeah, I think it's got a little space fighting, but you know when everything's just so like it's sort of like all stuck together to try and make something, and it just isn't anything coming from it. Like no, I don't hear anyone talk about how spectacular the game is. No one seems to really
And also,
care for that game.
you and KD played Starfield, didn't it? Like you lot finished it.
Yeah,
Right?
I play Starfield.
Like,
Yeah,
I've been trying to play Starfield. Yeah. How do you
Terrence is on it right now. Terrence is giving it. He's coming
You know-
with Resident. He's coming with Starfield.
how many hours have you played of Starfield so far?
Listen, I'm probably about
Yes, sir.
7, 8. But what I'm trying to say to you is,
Yeah.
how, like, what part of this game is fun? Because it takes me about 15 minutes just to know where I'm going through the menus, and like it's like my mission, go to Vector City. Okay, cool. Okay, I go in a ship. You can't fly to anywhere because it seems like you're just stationary. Then you got to go in the menu, show him map. Then it says, oh, you haven't been to a closer solar system to make the jump. But I'm like, but I can't fly there. Like, it's just mad. I ended up doing another quest. Like, the traveling system seems so convoluted. Like, so convoluted. Like, it's like fake. Like, you go into space, you're not moving. You feel like you're moving, you're not moving. You go into a map.
Terrence,
Yeah.
Terrence, I got some advice for you, man.
Yeah. Delete it.
What you need to do, yeah. Like, it's a special thing to do. You need to go on that game, and you know when it says uninstall the game, just uninstall the game, and then you completed it, bro. Like there's no and to answer your question about the fun doesn't come. It doesn't. It doesn't
bruv. That's what we were looking for. It was the quest
the fun
for fun.
you think you're looking for don't come, bro.
It doesn't come, bruv.
Because you know what?
You just find out it's a waste of time.
I was so obviously because it's Game Pass. I don't feel bad in it. Then like obviously I didn't like pay the 50 obviously through my Game Pass subscription. But I was like, I'm gonna quit this. But I thought, let me not be that person and just gives up. Let me try.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This gets you.
That's what we did, man. We tried. And the thing is, you're doing this after knowing. Remember, we played it when it came out, so no one yet knew what the ending was. And we were like, okay, maybe it's leading up to something. It leads up to nothing.
Nothing.
But for me, it just makes it just makes no sense, man. I don't even like. How can me going from a planet to a planet be the most convoluted, hard thing? I can't even go to the next mission because it takes 7 menus just to go to a mission. Like half the game is a menu. Like you're in.
Well, you're lucky. You know what's funny? You're playing the patch version because they patched it and put like because the city didn't have no map.
Oh yeah, the city got a map now, but the map's crap anyway.
Like there was all this. Me, I was just like, you know what? When it came to that space stuff, I was like, I'm not flying anywhere. I just keep on clicking fast travel. That's what I did. Just keeping fast travel. That's the way.
I had a dumb moment. Yeah, I had a dumb moment where I was like, oh, why am I overcompensating? Like, why am I overweight? What have I done? I looked here. I have like 37 of the same machine gun. Like,
I'm just picking them up. Yeah. Oh, the game is so silly.
You think you're picking up bullets? Nah.
Yeah, you're picking
up the gun.
Yeah. It's so dumb that they did like.
I got like 20 of the same guns. Like I got 50 pistols, 17 machine guns. Like I thought I was picking up ammo, but I actually pick up the gun. It's like, yeah. It's a special game. Like it's a special game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Special needs.
it's gonna be hard for me to carry on, man. Especially when I've got a big backlog. I'm trying to like play games and be like, if it don't click with
I'll tell
me,
you this:
uninstall it.
there is like there is no reward at the end of that tunnel. So that's why what Carl said is the best advice, because there is no reward at the end of that. It's never going to get to a point where you're like, oh, this was worth it, or oh, this was
Nah.
good. No, that's never going to happen. It never gets to that point.
Gotcha.
Like,
It makes sense.
I can tell
I
you
was
right now,
tempted.
Dragon Age is better. And it actually, as you're going to the end of the game, it actually gets better at the end. So
Okay.
at that point, at least that has something. But nah, Starfield does not get better at the end. Doesn't get better at the
That makes
middle.
sense. Thing is,
Doesn't get
to be honest,
better at
thing
any
is
point.
coming out, innit? Indiana Jones, so I'm gonna install that as
Oh
well.
yeah, that's next week. Yeah. And that looks good.
And give that a go. But yeah, I'm trying to show the Xbox some love, man. I realized I don't play it enough, so I was trying to play some games on there, but yeah, Starfield is hard, man.
Nobody's playing that machine, man.
And one last thing about Starfield, yeah. You know when
Go
you
for it.
when you land on a planet, is there like something that my suit comes on automatic, or do I always have to manually put on a spacesuit?
Well, I mean, you should have the spacesuit on like all the time. Like I never took it off.
Oh, so
You just
you
have the
always have
spacesuit on.
have the
Yeah.
spacesuit on. Okay, cool. Because like when you're around, like you can wear like the casual clothing and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. I
Listen,
don't do stuff
I try
like
role playing. I'm like, okay, I'm on the planet and put my jeans on.
Nah, man. I'm in my spacesuit all the time. I ain't
Okay,
got
makes
no
sense.
time.
I'll be like, yeah,
Uh,
put my jeans on, and I'll land on the planet. And my health is just going because I've got jeans.
Yeah, no. Definitely don't want to do that. I was Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Because Terrence, you're actually the target audience for this. Being able to play your PS5 games natively on a handheld. If Sony was to release a handheld like that, would that interest you?
But you know you're asking the wrong person to just buy every
You are the target audience for that handheld.
buys
So would you be buying
every tech thing possible that's not a PC.
it? Now think about other PS5 owners being offered a handheld that they could play their native games without streaming it, like the Portal, but they can actually play their native PS5 games on their handheld, on the train, on the bus. Do you think that has appeal?
I don't know. I think it depends on is that even feasible?
Well, that's what it's rumored to be, that it will play PS5 games natively.
But that must
Because
be
there's no
far.
point if it ain't the port. Like the Portal's already there, isn't it? A
But
streaming
that must
device.
be far away though, right? Because technology has to be cheaper, right? Because if it costs £500 just for a normal PS5, like you guys are the PC guys, but all the components you need, the heat sink, all of that stuff, can that?
Well, I think a Steam Deck can play PS5 games. It's powerful enough to play that. That's the thing.
Oh,
Steam Deck
so
does.
basically like a Steam Deck, but with
Yeah. But Sony branded, Sony, obviously official Sony games.
Oh,
Because the Steam Deck can play PS5 games.
That's definitely going to be appealing, isn't it? Like people isn't the the PlayStation Portable is meant to be like one of the most
But that's just a
successful.
streaming device. So.
No, but what I mean
And that
is
one's just a stream one.
that's a really successful device, and that's just a handheld where people can stream. So imagine if it's actual.
And I think that's what it is. I think because of that, the Portal's success, I think that's their testing ground to be like, all right, yeah, people do want a handheld.
I think he made the point, because I was listening to you earlier. I think he made the point that like everyone's just trying to capitalize on this PC handheld market.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a play at Microsoft and Sony trying to go for Nintendo. I don't even think they're trying to compete.
No, I don't think I don't think they're competing for Nintendo. That's why I didn't mention Nintendo.
Yeah, I think they've seen that. Oh wow, a Steam Deck costs what, £700 to £1,000, and people are buying it. Oh, what's the other one, Rogue Ally or whatever? Like
the Rogue Ally, yeah.
That costs $800, $900, and people are buying it. That's what they see. They're not making these handhelds because they're like, we love our customers, we want them to play our games on the go.
Of course not.
They're like, oh, that guy over there, Steam Deck, like they're selling this much units at this cost, and they're Steam. We're PlayStation, we're Microsoft. We've got the name brand. So if we do the same
that's
thing,
what I'm saying. If they do
we
it,
can sell it for £100 more.
Thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like the casual audience. They don't know a Steam Deck. They won't be
awesome.
like, yeah, they don't know Steam games or Steam, but they know PlayStation and they know
Yeah.
Xbox.
Because
So
I
when
thought
that handheld reaches the market, they'll be like, yeah, I'll get that. I don't
I
want
saw
to. I don't want to play Nintendo. I want to play my Call of Duty and my FIFA.
exactly, and I saw how everybody was like going how their rival like it's they're coming for Nintendo. They're coming for Nintendo. I'm like,
Yeah, no, they're
listen,
not going for
no
Nintendo.
one can compete with Nintendo, really. Like, if you try and compete with Nintendo, then you're it's like trying to compete with LeBron James. Like, just don't even try it. Just do your own thing, isn't it? Because Nintendo are always going to be unique in what they do and what they deliver. Because
And their games cannot be
yeah,
found anywhere else.
exactly.
Yeah.
And guess what? The Xbox handheld, the PlayStation handheld will probably be quote unquote more powerful than the Switch 2. However, the Switch 2 will probably still dominate it because it's not about power with Nintendo.
Yeah. And it's going to be cheaper. You know, Nintendo, they don't really look for anything above £300
No.
typically. So it's going to be affordable. The
Are
Switch
you
2.
surprised that we haven't even seen it yet, considering it's meant to be coming out next year?
No, I said it to Raf. I said to Raf, I said like, no, I don't think they're going to announce it before Christmas because I was like, they'll capitalize on Christmas sales. So I reckon January, Feb is the announcement for it. And then
And
I
when you think
reckon
it's
it will
released?
launch March, April.
Yeah,
I
same.
reckon March, April. I'm thinking early spring. They're gonna. I think that's when because that's like that's when the Switch was launched with Zelda. So I reckon they'll do like a March, April. But Raf reckons it'll be later in the year. But we'll see what happens.
Because isn't the Switch like nearly 10 years now?
Yeah, wait, has it been 10 years?
Not quite. It was 2017. 2017
Was it
it came out.
2017?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2017.
okay.
So not
Yeah,
Okay.
quite,
so not 10
almost.
years yet. Yeah, but yeah, obviously the hardware's showing its age. Like that last Pokemon game was just looking awful on the Switch. So I think they have to move forward because yeah, they got embarrassed by Power World.
Yeah. You can tell there's a new Switch coming because like Nintendo
Well, they
games.
spoke about it. They've been speaking about it. And that's what's been shocking. That they're
Yeah.
actually talking about it.
But it's just that there's been like obviously Nintendo have released games, but they've clearly not brought out the big guns.
What would you consider the big guns at this point?
Like a Mario, Mario Kart, and like when was the last Mario game was Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
Well, 3D world, yeah, 3D one.
Oh,
And
yeah,
all the others
3D.
have been Wii U remakes. So it's like you know, there's been the 3D world. They were porting over all those Wii U games.
Wasn't Smash Brothers was Smash Brothers
Yeah,
original?
yeah.
Or was that Wii U?
Oh no, wait, no. That Smash that we got was a new one. That wasn't a Wii U remake.
Oh, okay.
The Switch
Oh,
one
it
was
was
a new
Mario
one.
Kart that was a Wii U remake.
Yeah, the Mario Kart is thingy. Yeah, it's Mario Kart 8. We still have Mario Kart 9, and that was from the Wii U. Yeah, Mario Kart 8. So we haven't had a new Mario Kart yet. Switch hasn't had a Mario Kart yet. And yeah, like obviously we got to find they got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom because Breath of the Wild was also a Wii U game. Yeah. And so yeah, so obviously there'll have to be another 3D Mario, especially with how successful the Mario movie was. I expect they've been working on a 3D Mario game, I imagine, and it probably will be in line with the second film, right? Because I heard the second
Yeah.
film is next year.
Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? It's next year or the year after.
So there'll probably be a game in line with that.
Oh, and then lastly, because I know we're closing up, did you guys talk about the Game Awards nominations?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
You
okay.
didn't hear that? You weren't listening. Yeah, we spoke about it.
Yeah, we did.
What thoughts do you have on it?
we didn't speak about all the nominations. It was just the fact that Shadow with the Erd Tree, which is
Yeah, that's what I
original
was
C,
saying.
Yeah,
is up for nomination. So it's kind of
which
ridiculous.
is ridiculous.
Oh, you guys don't agree with it?
Not at all. Not at all. Do you?
Well, do you agree with it? You think a DLC should be up for Game of the Year?
No, I don't. But I think Game of the Year is such a. It depends how you define it, isn't it? However you define it means anything can be Game of the Year, right? It's what you
Well,
play.
problem is that Shadow the Erd Tree is not a game. You can't play it on its own.
Oh, can't you? It's like an expansion pack.
Yeah. You can't.
Okay.
It's literally a downloadable content for Elden Ring. You can't play Shadow of the Erdtree is not a standalone DLC. There are games that they do standalone DLCs, but Shadow of the Erdtree is not one of them. And in fact, you can't play Shadow of the Erdtree until you get to a certain point in Elden Ring to access it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think it should be there. I think it's a bit. But you're talking about an award show that is clearly rigged, isn't it? So
that's what it is.
Everything about it is just it's
so rigged, man.
It's rigged. It's for sponsors. It's for Hideo Kojima.
Did you see what they said? They were talking about the votes, like the winners are going to be voted 90% by this mainstream media organizations and 10% gamers votes. Exactly. And the 90%, they'll show in the companies that were behind it. You know, they had stuff like Kind of Funny or this, but then they had a company called Pride Magazine. Yeah, they have nothing to do with gaming, and they're one of the voters. Pride Magazine. I was like, wow, like you've got companies that have nothing to do with gaming as part of the 90% vote.
But do you know why? Do you know why? Because Pride Magazine, probably like in their magazine, they probably have a section for like Dragon Age, innit? And Last of Us, and
yeah, they probably do.
And
they probably do.
And them kind of games there, isn't it? It's probably mentioned, isn't it? Like,
of course.
Play this
game. The representation in this game is great.
Yeah. So, and Pride Magazine is probably one of the. I can only assume it's probably one of the leading magazines or organizations in America. I can only assume. So it probably has a lot of weight.
A lot of clout.
Oh yeah, and a lot of influence.
A lot of
weight and influence in that one.
So
definitely.
And I'm probably sure they said to Jeff Keighley that if you don't include our opinion, then you're homophobic. So I'm not even surprised. And if Jeff had said no Pride, then they probably would have did a big smear campaign and cancelled Jeff Keighley and said that he doesn't care about trans views on video games.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can laugh, but that's probably true. That's probably all true.
I think it is true. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because he's very commercial, so he has to cater to whatever is whatever is being pushed.
I don't even want to sound preachy, but I'm just saying we live in a world where like you can't disagree, because if you disagree, then you're automatically the problem, and that's a scary thing in itself.
Sad, man. Sad but true. This whole situation is a bit sad, but I'm glad Trump is going to be in office next year, because he seems to be about shutting it down. And obviously, one thing is words and whether he's going to actually do these things. He said that they're going to only America's only going to recognize male and female gender. He said that that's it for none of this non-binary. None of this stuff is going to be acceptable anymore. He said that they will only recognize male and female genders. So it's like, we're going to see what happens when he takes office next year.
I'm not mad at that.
Huh?
I said, I'm definitely not mad at that.
Yeah, I think they've allowed these people who are mentally unhinged to run the asylum for way too long. And it's about time.
Mentally unhinged.
I mean, like, come on, if you're saying that you are not male or female, like that's just, now you're just getting too far. Like, there's a thing mammals all share, and there's two genders.
The worst is when you say you're not male or female, but you want to compete in female boxing.
it's crazy. So this is what I'm saying.
That's a whole madness there.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it's just things have gotten out of hand. And I think, they're talking about kids in school should be able to transition, and like kids, they barely even they're not old enough to make adult decisions, especially permanent ones. Like kids, they should not be able to transition at that age when they can barely pick what they want for dinner. Like, it's crazy that sort of stuff. And Trump is going to put an end to that. He said that schools are not going to be allowed to do that stuff anymore. So it's like and the things about somewhere like America, if something like that's happened there, those waves are going to be felt across the world. So UK is going to look at that, and everyone's going to be looking at these type of things, because it just, what he says, it makes sense, and it's why he won on popular vote. Every type of poll there was, he won by a landslide, because the people are tired. Like, the everyday person has spoken. They're tired of this bullshit. So it's like, boy, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I suppose
So,
that's time for them closing words.
yes, indeed. So,
Mm.
without further ado, I think we'll take Terrence's closing words. He ran up in there late.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had a little family issue there, but I was here. I just had everything on mute. But
Yeah.
closing words. Do you know what? It's December. It's Christmas time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like what we always say, it's that season of family and as they say, giving and all of that jazz. So I'll just like to say, yeah, man, just have a good Christmas with your family, play games, watch
Yes.
Christmas movies.
Yeah, I plan on doing that.
And yeah, man, and like Sean says, like, vote with your wallet, man, with certain things. Like, if there's certain things you don't like or you don't want to support, don't feel like you have to, because I feel like we're in a culture now where, like, if something's popular or if something's like, you feel like the outsider if you're not partaking. Like right now, everyone's to switch it to music. I'm not saying Kendrick's rubbish, but right now it's like Kendrick can do no wrong in it, because have you heard Kendrick's the best? Kendrick, da, 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 da. So I feel like we're such a follow fashion society, isn't it? Like, people tell you what to like, but like Sean says, man, vote with your wallet, man.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, man, that's it for me.
All right, and Carlito, closing words from yourself.
Yeah, man. It's like as Terrence is saying, it's that Christmas time for giving, time for receiving, time for the gaming season. Yeah. When it's all cold outside, look out the window, make sure it's nice and cozy, put games on, relaxing, put your movies all lined up. It's that time to just relax, be with your family, your loved ones, just look after yourselves, wrap up so you get colds. But yeah, man, just enjoy the Christmas time. Yeah, that's about this for me.
Yeah, I hear that. And Shawnage, closing words from you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, Christmas has come early, so tomorrow my most anticipated game finally comes
Oh
out.
yes,
So
yeah, I forgot about that.
so
Yeah.
so Christmas has come early for me, so I'm gonna have a good December. I'll tell you that. From the looks of it, anyway. I mean, I sometimes I imagine to myself, what if I don't like the game? What if it actually comes out and I play it and I don't like it? But I can't imagine that happening because of how much gameplay I've watched. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for that. And obviously, we spoke about it earlier, but I think obviously this is a time for everyone to go back and think about your game of the year, because I think our next episode is definitely going to be our game of the year episode. I think I already know mine. It might be a game people have forgotten, but I think I already know mine. But
Dragon
yeah,
Age.
we're gonna see. So yeah, and obviously, I suppose with that episode, we also talk about our most anticipated game going into
Oh yeah,
next
the
year.
standard, usual.
So yeah, the usual,
Yep.
yeah, man. So yeah, that's me. I'm gonna have a good Christmas from how it seems. So I'm very excited. What about you, F?
Oh yeah. So closing words for myself will echo pretty much what you guys have said, as well as again, take the opportunity to play the games, to chill with your closest and dearest, and yeah, we will be preparing ourselves for our Game of the Year, our Game of the Year show,
Mhm.
and our anticipations for 2025, which should be interesting. It should be very interesting, and that won't be too
Yeah.
long. So, yeah, on to the next one. Everyone enjoy. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll be back again very soon.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, you know. Can't go early. To me, it still feels early, man. Merry
And
Christmas.
a
I said
happy
Merry
New Year, no
Christmas.
joke, joke.
Jeez. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Jeez.
Christmas, you know,
I am not
jeez.
prepared.
We're
But
not
yes,
ready for
guys,
that.
listen.
Not ready.
Good episode. Appreciate you all. And on to the next one, all right?
All
Peace.
right, take it
Again.
easy.
See you later. Bye.
Peace.